on defense, Keontae Scott, Ruben Bain Jr., Josiah Trotter, right? The other Trotter kid that they brought in from Missouri. Ruben Bain Jr. is absolutely going to be a menace. He's one of those kinds of players that can change the outlook of your pass rush and your front seven. So the short arms, that could be an issue if he's going up against competition that's a little bit stiffer, guys with longer arms on the edge, and he'll get an opportunity to go up against Tristan Wirfs in practice. Beale Street, Jeff, the Chicago Bears will win. I thought you were a good mod too, Sir Glazer. You were excellent. You were really good. You may have the arms of a T-Rex. We may have the aggressiveness as well. Chicago Bears will win the North. Beale Street, look, I've been telling everybody you are looking at a diehard Chicago Bears fan. Beale Street, Jeff. I've been my entire life. So if you like Chicago Bears content, it's not all biased towards it, but please make sure that you're following Beale Street, Jeff. Support your fellow Chicago Bears diehard fan. We're going to be making our way out to a decent number of games next year, covering them in person. Look, Shamar Turner, Dio Odengbo, or Motivated Dio, as we call him on this channel. Thank you for the follow, Beale Street, Jeff. I've been waiting since your earlier stream, refreshing your page every 20 minutes. I appreciate that, Sir Glazer. Sorry to keep you waiting, my guy. We had a couple of shorts to post, as you might have seen a little bit earlier, and also getting a couple of things sorted for the weekend here. Sterling, thank you very much for the heart me. I appreciate it. Good to see you back in here. And look, we've been talking about the same sort of topic. I've continued to say it, though. This is your guys' live. This is your guys' show. This is your stream. And whatever discussion avenue, which direction you want to take, it is up to you. Cowboys take is low IQ. The Cowboys take with playoffs, question mark. Would you rather they be in first round exit in that loss in the wild card round category? Apologetic, anything but politics. KA, you want to be a mod? I mean, look, hi Josh, hi chat. What's going on, Jacob? Good to see you. Off topic, will probably be here very soon. Look, KA, the moderator feature, we just haven't been given out to anyone. But look, wait, can I be a mod? Mason, you could put yeah, you let's see how we can make that sorted. I don't even know how to make that happen for I don't think I've ever done a moderator for for TikTok. We're allowing people to be moderators now, but because we've got a couple on in here that have made donations to the cause, you could be, but it would take a donation to make that happen. Our guy Sertan Glazer has bribed the administration, if you will, for a couple of things there, and currently is one. I feel like the Giants should be see it to believe it because of them being bad last year. I know what you mean. You click the name, then click the three dots top right. You click the dots top right. Why have you moved Blake Bortles 2.0? Grossing during a live stream charity right now raised over 50,000. Grassi? Are you saying Tom Grassi is live currently? Raised over 50,000 for St. Jude's Children's Hospital. That is incredible work. Unbelievable for him. I had to figure that out yourself. So you click on the name, click on the three dots, add as a moderator. Let's see. And let's try it. Let's try it, Mason. There you go. You are now in as a mod on TikTok. Oh, Tom Grassi. So he's live right now. Yeah, big fan of his. He's been one of those OG guys that has been doing it for quite some time. But KA, I'm trying to think. What's going on, Nico Collins? How you doing? Good to have you back on in here. We are fired up to be running it back. Justin, Bengals too low, Justin? I'm curious about what specifically for Cincinnati next year you want to see to get them into that range that you think that they deserve to be there? For me, I've got them where they currently are because of look. I'm a traditionalist. I'm a you got to pound the football, stop the run kind of person, and then being bottom four in the last few years in rushing yards a game. That is going to lead into low time of possession. You're not going to give your quarterback a support system. He's going to have to throw the football more. That's exactly how it's been for Oh wait, I just realized I haven't heard anything about Cliff Kingsbury. Where did he go? 35 points a game and a greatly improved defense. Look, I'm very high on Cincinnati. I kept saying this throughout while these logos are for power rankings, Martin. If they have health from Joe Burrow, they are a contender. There is no doubt about it, Justin. Justin, are you also an Ohio State fan? Because I am a diehard Buckeye fan, so I'm curious if you have those allegiances as well. Julian the King, Bengals too high. They didn't draft well, and the defense lost their best player. Yeah, and Hendrickson. We'll see how he winds up doing in Baltimore. But my man, Julian the King, Justin, make sure that you are following. Appreciate you guys being in here. Dakota, how are the Raiders not see it to believe it? We brought them up yesterday evening, and this is our first day having them up in this category. It's more of a feeler. It's been a lot up to you guys with some of these rankings and moving guys around, and been shifting teams around just based off of a little bit of popular belief and gauging where everybody is. Like I've talked about, some of this show is weighted based on data gathered from the viewers. RR Rap Loomis, thank you so much for sharing the live, and make sure that you are following Rap Loomis. Appreciate you being in here. Eagles are higher, so you think Philadelphia should be a playoff lock. Do you have any question marks though about where they currently are with uh, with the right side of the offensive line with Lane Johnson? Do you have any questions on them? Kentucky Blue, good to see you in here. And let's take them down and up. We just had an opinion that they should be a little bit higher. Hot take: Penix takes the league seriously, so he doesn't lose quarterback race to Tua, and they sneak in the playoffs. It could happen. I think Cowboys are wild card exit seat. Mando, I'm working on a graphic right now as we speak. I could even show you that has the Dallas. I'm not even touching nothing. Can you see that? Can you see that right there? We have the Dallas Cowboys in that exact category. As you can tell, folks on YouTube, I can't tell. Do you see that? You see that, Mando? We have them in that exact category. I don't know if you can see it, but you are dead on. We are going to put them in the lost and wild card round range, Mando. So, Mando, make sure that you're following. You're dead on, and clearly a ball nowhere to have that opinion. Query keyboard user. I do think the Raiders are a playoff contender because we do have good players now, but maybe not. Look, they have good players, and I've talked about this at length. What's going on? Is Panthers fan? Is Panthers fan in the chat? Good to see you, Panthers fan. Good evening. Good to have Sertan Glazer, Panthers fan. Off topic, Nico, all of you guys back, the OGs. Thank you for the follow, Mando. Appreciate you. That was funny. So it's see it to believe it then from a Raiders fan. Yep. Is that what you're saying that they should be? You're wondering what can I do to get moderator? It's a donation as of this stage right now, Panthers fan. We've seen it from everybody else, so it would take a lot of people returning. I like the OGs, but hopefully we get some new faces. That is what we are hoping for. Like Sertan Glazer gave a 10. It would take a 10. Nico Collins, hey, off topic. It would be 10. That's all, and we could get you in here as a moderator as well, Panthers fan, because we have quite a lot now in that position. Go Raiders! They're going to make the Super Bowl and be putting belt to on the Lions. Rams not number one to me. Jacob, I've been hearing that a little bit now. And could there be a regression for Matthew Stafford coming this year? It's certainly possible. It could be on the way. Hopefully he stays healthy and we see the highest level from Los Angeles. But what do we got? Commanders borderline playoffs, and where are AJ Brown, Debo Diggs? Man, Steele, if I knew, I wish I could. I see your power rankings change daily in Raiders like they always do. Don't be appreciate you off topic for the shout outs and trying to push this stream a little bit. Lions and Texans. Yep, we have them very high, Ucho. I imagine playoffs is borderline. Yes. We don't have 23 teams in the playoffs, official snags. You're absolutely right. Raiders in first tier. So, V, you probably actually like where they are. Official snags and VPBNJ2460. Make sure you guys are both following. UC Von Miller was in contact with Sean Payton. That would be fun to get them there. I would like to see that. So you're saying there is a chance you can be a moderator, Panthers fan. It would just take a 10 donation. That's all it would take. Essentially, we are doing moderators for bribes at this stage. We just have so many of them, and that's all it is. And then you will be given powers, but they can be taken away. I think I talked about the requirements a little bit last night. Like, you have to be pretty egregious to get muted. So that's what's happening right now. That's currently what it will take. 100% about Steelers. So you like where they are at, Steeler 13524. In that category. Hey, off topic. Take it easy. Don't be divulging. Nothing off topic. Yeah, I got you. No worries. What did Steeler put? Wait, Nico Collins. I did not see anything that Steeler put in the chat that was he spamming? Did Steeler put any? Hold on, folks. It was spam? Was it actual spam? If it was, then good call out there. I thought the first mess. Okay, I gotcha. Hey, you upgraded Raiders. That is right, Richie. We did that. Emilio Flores, Vikings clear Lions. If Vikings aren't a playoff lock, Lions are for sure not. Look, Emilio, the biggest thing right now about Minnesota is also, did you see what that Barstool Sports post about Kyler Murray and JJ McCarthy? That was a little bit weird, but I know I'm with you. Look, if they have productive play from Kyler Murray, they're absolutely a team that will be in contention next year. But Emilio Flores, make sure that you're following. Appreciate you. Who's a random sneak pick you think could possibly make it into the playoffs? I think the Tennessee Titans are one of those teams. You've got this quarterback now that's going to be working with Brian Dable, who wanted Cam Ward with New York. It's a great question. JJL1390 _ before the 1390. And defensively, I could see impacts from Falk, from Anthony Hill Jr. right off the bat, and Cornell Tate stepping into a number one role. I really like what they could be. I'm curious what you think on that one. But JJL1390, make sure that you are following. Official snags, make sure that you're following. Will the Steelers still go 9-8 without Tomlin? That is exactly what we are thinking. Titans, I kind of like that. Yes, Steel, that's where we've been. Falcons Productions with the whelp. Where they currently are. What do we have? Why are people overblowing JJ McCarthy, in your opinion? Is it more JJ or is it more Kyler Murray? I think people are... Wait, are you saying overblowing in a negative sense, or like saying that he's going to be really good? No, if you look up Sertan Glazer, just like McCarthy and Murray, there was a post that I saw earlier about how McCarthy's like, we sit on different sides of the classroom, and Murray's like, yeah, we're working together. Hope the best guy for the role is going to wind up winning. Yeah. Go check it out. JJ was definitely being immature. Kyler was trying to keep morale up with that answer. JJ had a bad. Yep. That was, you saw, the interview you get. Yeah, Leak, you saw it, right? I so agree from I love things. Are we talking what specifically there? I don't think McCarthy's winning that job either. I got chicken tendy. There you go. Chicken tendies are quite defined nowadays in good moments. Guys, I just got a team with Brady, Gibbs, Amon. How in the heck did that? Uh, what is the wins and losses of this team? What is this specifically though? Nico Collins. Is this fantasy? Is this Madden? Gibbs, Amon-Ra, Puka, Gronk. Because Gronk makes me think this is a Madden team, right? Ultimate team in Madden. Ultimate team in Madden. I mean, it just depends on your skill level. Nico Collins. That team obviously should go something like 13-3. Chicken tendies, I guess, is what he's ripping. Matthew Turner. Why do you have Minnesota at playoffs? And uh, yeah, it was interesting, Sir Tanglish. How many hours have you streamed today so far? Only 4, Jacob. We're gonna be here. The plan was to go for about 2.5. Get going to about around 11, maybe 10:30 ish. What's the question, Falcons? No, I'm not dodging nothing. What did you? I didn't even see the question. Look, Falcons fan, Falcons Productions. You got to understand. There's 3, 4, sometimes 8 comments a second. What's going on, Ashley? Ashley Orr. I don't think I've seen you in here. What's up? How we doing? So what's the question? What's wrong with the Falcons besides quarterback problem? I mean, that's obviously the one that can tank anybody. Just ask me as a Bears fan. But also for them, like, is James Pierce Jr. going to be on the field? Give me an answer there, and then I'll have a bit more confidence to put them in a higher category. God is up indeed. Jags are going to the Super Bowl from YOCam. It would take them. Emilio Flores, appreciate you. Thank you for following. Neil Lob, Pondi, thank you for watching. Thank you for being in here. Row, Nan. Am I saying that correctly? Thank you for following. Thank you for the support. I once loved a woman. What are we doing, Mini Jim? That's fine. He can put that in there, by the way, moderators. That's okay. We just got to make sure that it doesn't take a turn for the worst. Tua looking good at practice and how James is actually getting his charges dropped. Appreciate, Falcons Productions. I get back to everybody. As you can understand, there is a quantity of things to this. Freestyle for the chat. That would be, I got that request. Did you request it? Was that yesterday? I think that was yesterday at some point during that 5 hours straight binge that we did. Eagles locks, huh? To get into it. Look, Ashley, I'm doing incredible. I appreciate the productive responses in here right off the bat. We haven't seen you before, Ashley. Ashley, what's your team? As you can tell, the energy is high, and it typically is, folks, right? I don't really burn out over the course. It doesn't matter if we're streaming for 1 hour or 5. Usually the stream stays high, and so far as of yet, my voice has stayed intact. I've been honestly a little bit surprised. Eagles with the locks, Richie. What that would take from Richie. Look, right side of the offensive line. I got to see Lane Johnson be healthy next year. That was a big question for me at the back end of last year, is we hadn't seen that from him. And then right now for Philadelphia going into next year, I'm like, is Lane Johnson going to be productive? Because the right side of the offensive line has been unbelievable for 5 years now. So that's where I would say I got to see them answer that question for me. See Lane play for a couple of weeks to start this season. And I mean, I don't doubt Lane Johnson. What do we got? Saints should have their own tier at the bottom. I'm starting to get a little bit nervous, Ashley. I'm not going to lie. You're putting I'm good a couple too many times in the chat. If you put in 2 more, that's going to have to be a mute. We're seeing that a little bit too much. I'm glad that you're good. It's good to have somebody new in here, but I'm getting a little bit nervous that we might not have legit interaction here. We're trying to, that's 1 more of those, Ashley, and that's going to be a mute. We can't be having, I'm happy to see you in here, but I haven't seen any creativity with your responses. Yeah. Um, yep. Okay, good. You said sorry. Don't keep doing that though. Let's chat ball or chat something up. Let's see what we got here. Blake, Eagles, absolutely contenders. Well, here's the thing about Philadelphia. People think that me having in the contenders category is being down on them, which is absolutely ridiculous. I've been fired up about them after they drafted Eli Stowers. The Mekhi Lemon selection, I was honestly hoping that they might go with a tackle. I was just talking about the right side of the offensive line and Lane Johnson for a little bit there. But with Eli Stowers now, they have an explosive element to go over the vertical, to go up the seam for them. Stuart, make sure you're following. Good to see you in here. Thank you for supporting the live. Just Beeves. I think the Bucks may be in the same tier as Falcons. I could see it, Just Beeves, because Baker Mayfield's a question mark now. They started off the year great halfway through the season, and then they tanked. I talked about how they fell off a cliff a bunch last night. I agree with you. Make sure that you're following Blake. Blake, make sure that you're following. I appreciate the question about Philadelphia or this statement that you are making and the enthusiasm for your team. Colton, Pats should be in bowl or bust. Without a doubt, I could see it, Colton. They were just in the Super Bowl, so I don't know. Are you a fan? A breakout quarterback next year? I mean, Cam Ward's the easiest, Jacob. Even if that's a little bit of chalk, I'm still gonna go Cam Ward. You add in my Buckeye in Carnell Tate and Wandale, who had he had quadruple digits of receiving last year. Um, that's my guy, Cam Ward, going into next season. Yeah, and he's gonna face it's a tough competition. Indy, Jacksonville, Houston. He'll have opportunities to spoil the division winner possibly next year. Mekhi Lemon was supposed to be drafted to the Steelers, and then that story Panthers fan was wild. Howie Roseman with a master class. What's up, bro? You think the Patriots are really trading for AJ Brown? That's what it looks like, Alex Cuevas. Good to see you in here. What's going on, Alex? I'm excited about the prospect to see him reunited with Mike Vrabel. See a little bit of that bowl. Just get out of the way. Get that BS out of here and get AJ Brown back to ball. That's what I'm excited to potentially see. And him and Drake May. You get him a legitimate quarterback with a big, strong arm. I know that Jalen Hurts is a Super Bowl champion, but he's not the same kind of downfield passing talent. So I'm excited about what that could hold for them there. What do we got? Scott Traver, Bears deserve to be higher up. Scott, I don't think I've seen you in here because if you've been here before, you would know that I'm a diehard Chicago Bears fan. So make sure you hit that sub right now. If you want positive sentiments around the Bears, you're wrong. That's here again. It's not a biased show, my guy Scott, but we always give them the love. Lakota, what's happening? Good to see you back, the Lakota. And Lakota, I don't know if are you following? Make sure that you're following. If you haven't hit that follow button, good to see you back. I knew exactly who you were the second I saw that name pop up after yesterday. Were the Raiders picks good enough to make them be playoff contenders from Just Beeves? Playoff contenders. They're on the fringe. To me, I very likely are going to put them back down in the see it to believe it category after the sponsors. And honestly, it's been mostly positive today around the Raiders that there's been a lot of respect for them. But I think that they should be in that see it to believe it category. It's just tough to have them just over the Browns, over the Titans, over the Falcons, the Jets. We know what the Jets usually are, Just Beeves. It's a good question, though. Blake, your thoughts on Hurts? Look, Justin, I apologize. Jalen Hurts, my goodness. Jalen Hurts, again, apologies. Jalen Hurts is a threat every single time he touches the ball to operate and move, right? So you're going to have extended play capabilities with him. He is best when he is able to look at his first read and get rid of the football. That's where he's accurate. But if you're asking Jalen Hurts to hold on to the ball progress to number 2, progress to number 3. That's not his strength. That's why having A.J. Brown on the outside was so effective for him, because you had this big body, physical, contested catch receiver, Richie. Who the hell is Justin Hurts? This guy doesn't know. Yeah, Jesse, I apologize. I knew I was going to catch flack for that. But my guy Jesse, what do you want to see changed about this list, or what you do like? Packers Super Bowl season incoming, Neon. So for that to happen, obviously you're going to need a a level from Matthew Golden that looks that of a number 1 receiver. You're going to need Christian Watson to stay healthy. I don't know what his means, Ashley. Got to be more specific. First of all, the Steelers ahead of the Bengals. You're crazy old quarterback, new coach. Give me a break for that specifically. Ashley, once again, I like the enthusiasm, but when I look at the comments, I'm trying to get back to somebody with the time. So please put in productive things to the chat here, Ashley. Otherwise, all right, yeah. Sir Dan Glazer took the initiative on that one. Are the Packers about to lose their starting running back for assault? I don't exactly know right now, Scott. I know you're like, I kind of hope it might go down like that, but we're not exactly sure. Jesse, my man, make sure that you are following. Let me know whatever you want to see changed. I mean, we're going to be here the next 2 hours going over all of this. We're trying to get to tonight 4,320 followers on TikTok, folks. So help me hit that goal. Thank you, Lakota, for the follow. Appreciate you. JL, good to see you in here. Samaje, the Cowboys had a couple of bad seasons, but they should still be in lose wild card round at least. Man, Samaje, I said this earlier that I had them in that. Samaje, look, I'm not touching my laptop, right? You're looking at this thing. I'm not doing any text. Do you want to see something, Samaje? Do you see what we got? I know it's a green screen, so it's a little bit tough there. What do you see there, Samaje? Do you see the Cowboys in that category? Do you see them in that category? They're in that category already, Samaje. So you are the second person today to already see that. Josh, read the prayer. I'll get to it. I got a couple of comments to respond to first. But man, Samaje, make sure you are following. We are on the exact same follow right now. Had to reach the following limit. That's hilarious. Thank you so much for clearing that out a little bit and getting me on in there. I appreciate the follow, Lakota. But Samaje, you saw it, right? You saw that I had them from what you were asking. Lord God, thank you for being the source of my heart and forgive my sins, forgive their sins. Amen to that. Yes, without a doubt. Good stuff. Good stuff. You need a studio for sure. I do, Jacob. And that's why you guys help. That's why you guys liking, commenting, engaging, sharing, all of that stuff really helps. Obviously, the donations go above and beyond because at some point, one day we're gonna have a studio and continue to expand. We're building this brand out. We're gonna be here. Hopefully, you find a treadmill to put in there. Sertan Glazer, I actually ordered one. I made the investment. Good to see you back, Panthers fan. And I ordered it on Amazon. It's supposed to be here tomorrow. Yeah, we ordered the treadmill. I rearranged things in the room, and I'm standing right now. I'm not sitting down. I don't know if you guys have noticed a little bit more movement from me. Jacob Cahill, thank you so much for the super chat, man. I really appreciate that, Jacob. That's huge, man. Thank you so much, and it means a lot to have you. Let's see what we're gonna do here. And there you go. There you go, Jacob. I'm a man of my word. I am a man of my word, Jacob. And that's what I've talked about, folks. I try and live by that, mean what I say, and do what you mean, right? When you live by that, it doesn't always go your way because people sometimes go a different direction. But but it's good. I think it makes you go to bed at night a little bit easier, not having any doubts of the way that you would interact in the real life. Thank you for sharing the live. Thank you, random guy FR2. Appreciate it. What do you mean? I see the TV, Ashley. You're back, Ashley. You're back. It's a privilege to be in the chat right now and have the ability to talk. So don't lose those privileges, Ashley. Can I ask why are the Chiefs over the Bears from Seth? Just remember, built versus bot. Off topic. That is exactly right. That is exactly right. Built versus bot. Um, can I ask why are the Chiefs over the Bears? You can absolutely ask that, Seth. Um, but they're not over the Bears. This list goes left to right, so Chicago is higher than the Kansas City Chiefs. It's like Buffalo is higher than Detroit. I know you might be like, why are the Lions above the New England Patriots? That's kind of wild. Um, what do we got here? Another thank you for that prayer. Good stuff, Nico Collins. Lord God, thank you for being the source of my heart and forgive my sins, forgive their sins, let us stay with you, have external life with you. Amen, amen. Um, we did hear you the first time, Ashley. I gotta be honest. I was excited about the addition of Ashley to the chat, but as of this stage right now, I have my doubts. I have my doubts. And Ashley, I honestly don't know if you're a real person right now. I don't know. We gotta have give us a football take, Ashley. Who do you think are the top 3 quarterbacks in football? Let us know. First time here at your stream, bro. Very nice. You got a new subscriber. Thank you, Alex Cuevas. Great to see it. Yeah, that's that. You are. Prove it. Give me the top 3 quarterbacks in football in the next minute, or we're gonna have to take action. And like I just said, and then, okay, that's a 5 minute off topic. Made the executive decision as he should. You should make a Super Bowl favorite category. It would cause a lot more interesting comments, Richie. So Super Bowl favorite category. So instead of Super Bowl or bust, Richie, essentially, is that what we were thinking? Is that what we were thinking? Well, the thing is, Ashley, if she's real, she's gonna take the next 5 minutes, think about what she's done, and we're gonna give her a chance. That's what we're gonna do. And if she wants to stick around and turn the corner, that's what we'll have. Who are the top 10 cornerbacks in football right now? This is going to be a long-winded answer. Look, I go Surtain, then Stingley. That's how I've been rolling. And then I go Devin Witherspoon. I've been talking about him a lot. I'd go J.C. Horn probably at number 4. Man, at number 5, you could go Kamari Lassiter. I love his game. Trent McDuffie, though, is probably where I'd go. Trent at number 5. Jalen Johnson probably at number 6 when he's healthy. Number 7, though, I'd probably go Lassiter there. I love the way DJ Turner's been playing lately, but I don't know if he should be up that high. I really like AJ Terrell. Denzel Ward, I guess, am I at 7 or 8? I'd go Denzel Ward in there at 7 or 8. Uh, Sauce Gardner would probably be a little bit lower at 9. I know people have him in their top 5, but I just ain't not high on him and his ability to tackle. And then I'd go Quinyon Mitchell. But that was 10, right? I know it wasn't exactly full order, but those are. I think I just gave you 10 names, right? So that's where I would go on the list. That would be those 10 names that are involved, unless I let someone out. No, Jalen is a top 10 cornerback in football. Don't at all get. Well, look, he's got to be healthy and play better next year. Not play better. He's got to be healthy to allow himself to play better. Delaney Reynolds, good to have you in here. Thank you so much for watching. Or Dan Reynolds. I'm sorry. I saw my eyes, folks. If you can understand streaming for 6 hours a day, they are not in the most incredible shape. If you say Cooper DeJean, go Cowboys. Cards are going to have a full season unless they just pound the rock with the rook. Could see it. Yeah. Jeremiah Love, Jeffrey. The one thing, Jeffrey, though, about Jeremiah Love is I don't want to turn them into a nub don't just grind that kid against the wall until there's nothing left, like the Shawshank Redemption, right? You've got Raquel Welch poster right on the wall, and he's using that um, little hammer, that chisel, to eventually dig that tunnel. Jeffrey, you've probably you gotta have seen Shawshank Redemption, right? Denzel, Robbins, right? One of the most iconic movies, arguably the best movie ever. What number will you put Drake May in if he's in your top 10 quarterbacks? He is in my top 10. I'd have him after Herbert. I'd probably have him currently at like 7 or 8. My favorite all-time sports broadcaster. Wow. I mean, I got to meet Colin Cowherd when I was a freshman in college, and he was so kind. He was very nice to me, and he just said, he asked a little bit about my background, and I had a radio show in college there, and he was like, continue doing it. If you have a passion and you love doing it, go after it. So I'd probably have to say Colin Cowherd. I know a lot of people don't love his takes, but I like his authenticity, so that's where I would go. I'd probably say Colin, and meeting him in person. If you want to ask who I'd go pure sportscasting wise, where I would go with like my pure favorite, I gotta say Gus Johnson. Gus Johnson, just thinking of him right now, just wants me to go. Big Noon Saturdays presented by AT&T Business. Your business is our business. Gus Johnson just fills my soul with dopamine. So I gotta go Gus. And then I'd probably go Joel Klatt too, Kirk Herbstreit, some of the college guys that also have podcasts as well, and I love to absorb their content and whenever I can if I'm working out or I'm driving. No, it should be an extra one on top for only the Super Bowl favorite category would be for one um, team, whoever you have is the most likely to win it all. Yeah, I'd probably. Oh, so just one team. I'd go Rams, Richie. So yeah, I got you. As a Saints fan, do you think the Saints could be up? Not quite, just Beeves. I know where you're at and where you're headed right now with New Orleans. I'm there with you. I had Tyson as my number one receiver, even as an Ohio State fan, right? So I was very high on Jordan. I remember playing catch with Trey Lance and a lot of other NDSU players who made NFL camp. That's very cool. That's very cool. Did you go there, Sir Glazer, to NDSU? My girlfriend, by the way, my girlfriend Kelly went to North Dakota State University from Minnesota. What did Cold Truth say? He knows ball. You like Gruden on Monday night. I mean, that's iconic. You think back to the 2010s, John Gruden and Mike Tirico, and then the pre-show, you had Coach Ditka, Chris Carter, Keyshawn Johnson, Chris Berman, Boomer on there. You don't know if you don't think Denver is a Super Bowl contender. I used to love Colin before Trey Lance, and he hated the Niners since. That's a good point, Jeffrey, that he could start slowing down. Panthers fan, you can say whatever you want about the Cardinals. Look, this is if you're saying something about football like it's allowable, it's more so the muting is only for spam, bot behavior, or like egregiously like going after someone that makes them not want to be a part of the live stream is like what will get you. Those are really only the things that'll get you muted. Would I get muted if I curse as a question? So I know, no, Richie, I say this before. Sometimes I get passionate enough to curse myself on here. So, so no, you would not get muted. It's just as long as you're using it towards the context that adds to what you're saying, right? So like, I freaking love what uh, Brock Purdy showed in that game against the Chicago Bears last year. Like grit, some moxie, swagger, as a sense of description. I just absolutely freaking love the way that Nicky Minwari comes downhill with sheer ferocity and violence. You know what I mean? So you're adding it towards what you're saying. You're not going at somebody. Yeah, just show competition. Exactly. Do you have Rashee Rice in your top 10? No, I don't, Chris. Man, is Rashee Rice even in my top 20? If I went through it, I don't know if he would be. I haven't gone to college yet, but my dad's uncles and some of my friends' parents went to North Dakota State. I gotcha. Of course, but try to be respectful in case they're kids in chat. I'll usually abbreviate curse words. I gotcha. I gotcha. He's going to jail. I'll usually abbreviate. Yeah, that's a good point, Jeffrey. I usually I try and recommend. Obviously not. Sometimes it's just in the moment, but typically try and stay away and stay more professional. Dwayne, thanks for being in here, Dwayne. Let me know what you want to see changed or what you like. Bryce Young, top 15 quarterbacks. Kievery thing. I would not have him in my top 15 as of right now. You want to hear my top 15? Mahomes, Stafford, Allen, Lamar, Burrow, Matthew Stafford, uh, Justin Herbert. I would throw in obviously Drake May, Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams, Jordan Love, Goff, Prescott would be in the top 15. Purdy would have to be in there. Sam Darnold is a Super Bowl champion now. I don't know where that is currently. Jalen Hurts would be around like 13, 14 range. Josh, I'm currently 10. Please don't be mad. Or Sertan. I don't care what age you are. As long as you like football or you're a cool person. You don't even have to like football to be here. You really don't. Josh, think about it. Like football, Josh is our quarterback. We will fight if you fight about the flags. I'm not AI. I'm not. No, I really don't care about what the age everybody is in the chat. As long as everyone is here to have a good time, have fun, respectful, sharing the passion of this game. That's all about it. How long have I been doing this, Jeffrey? It's a good question. So are you asking about how long I've been going live? Are you asking about how long I've been working as a full-time content creator, looking to make this into a career for life? Are you asking how long I've been a football analyst, if you will? There's 5 different ways that I could take that question. Yeah, like your pager creator, Jeffrey. I quit my job in real estate last January, late January. Long story short, I was at that Rose Bowl as a Buckeyes fan, watching them play Oregon. Jeremiah Smith came over. I met him briefly there, and I was just like, I belong in this space of football. And I started out, made a couple of new pages, and just started posting, every single day, and have been committed towards the grind and building a community and a following, ever since. So about a year and 3 months is, I believe, the total time here. That's what I would say. But KH Every, make sure you're following. I appreciate you. Brenson Martinek, let me know what you got. Make sure you're following Branson. Jags and Chiefs contenders. Yeah, we don't think they are. Thank you. And Jeffrey, I'll be honest here. The amount of ball I talk in this specifics, like talking to everybody, responding, and just how quick and back and forth it is different. When we get to the fall, that's what I said yesterday. It's going to be a little bit sad for me because I'm not going to be as engaging. I'm just doing a show. Like, I'm going to be live in front of everybody, but I'm going to be doing preview and predictions as if I'm just recording by myself in my room in a video that'll be for my long form content and won't really be engaging. And that's where it's just pure ball. It's just pure football. Doing my prediction. I'll stop, record the next video, and that'll be posted on my YouTube as long form content. And then my editor I'm trying to add another editor or a couple more, will clip that into short form content to be posted on socials. I'm probably going to do some streaming in the fall and talk during the games. I've been looking to do that. Okay. Oh, Jacob. Okay. I got you. Yeah, I mean, we've got everybody as mods. Like, we might switch it out in a little bit. Josh might, though. Josh might call your parents. We'll see, Sertan Glazer. It just depends. I mean, essentially what I'm thinking about doing in the fall is like Caleb, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. Marco, thank you so much for following. Ludjax, Falcons should be higher. So obviously high on them and what they're going to be. It looks like Tua right now. Looks like he'll be the starting quarterback, but thank you guys for following. You should do the chat thing once a week. Or like Grant Cohn, get people to pay for super chats once you get bigger. Keep grinding. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that, Jeffrey. So Grant, are you talking about the Crane and Cone show? Because I've checked out their stuff here and there. I don't really go to them often, but I've seen their progression. Like I think they have a sponsor now with On3, and they work with them. That's what they're doing, right? For super chats. What were you saying? Oh no, he's a different creator. Okay, I gotcha. Man, I don't even know what I believe I was saying. I think I was speaking towards like the style of the content and what we're going to be doing in the fall and how all of that's going to operate and work once we get towards the season. Uh, Ludjax, thank you so much for following. I appreciate you. Um, what did you put in the chat? I'm sorry, I missed your question. Thank you for liking the rankings, Marco. Let me know if you want anything to be changed. Yeah, it's exactly right. Off topic. You already understand the game. That's exactly what we want. Imagine if Stafford blows it next year and the Rams just completely sell. For that to happen, it's got to be the offensive line. Matthew Stafford's just not going to simply forget how to throw a football, right? I'm expecting that the Rams are just going to be good if they can protect him. But if the O-line fails and he's getting hits, the same thing, obviously, that you saw with Justin Herbert last year, you could argue that Justin Herbert's just as talented as him right now. Imagine if Stafford blows it next year in the Rams. Yeah, that would be absolutely wild, Richie. That would be pretty crazy. Kevin, Broncos, Knicks is cooked from Kevin. Are you just talking about the ankle? Do you think that he should be higher, Kevin? Like no, I'm gonna rephrase that. What do you need to see from Bo to believe in him if he is back healthy? Like if he is healthy, do you have faith that he'll be fine? Eagles gonna be in the bottom tier this year, Kevin. Look, Are you a Cowboys fan? I'm curious what you think. Uh, Jeffrey thinks Bo is mid. Sertan Glazer's not gonna like that, but I think we talked about that last night. What his ankle is fine. I might be a little biased, and if his ankle is shot, they need um a better backup. I think he's gonna be fine. All the reports I've heard and what the injury was, he's gonna be back for next year. Kevin, make sure that you're following. I don't know if you're a Cowboys fan, a Commanders fan, Giants, whatever that is. Thanks for being in here. Who else? Richie, fair, but it'd be even worse for Stafford. Yeah, it would be. Any thoughts on Josh Jacobs on the situation there? Panthers fan, take care. All right, have a great evening. We'll be back live tomorrow in the morning. I think I'm gonna do a bit of a binge stream. Wow, slander on the. My thoughts on Josh Jacobs are this: that he has been, I believe we can get the stat right here. I had it. It was like top 5 in yards and rushing touchdowns. Over the last 8 seasons that he's that total. Let me pull it up. Total. Nah, that stat me is just pulled up all the time. Look, I think Josh Jacobs is one of those backs that still has power and speed to his game. That he can still catch the ball out of the backfield, and maybe he's not quite as elusive as Aaron Jones, but I would trust him more in a season down by the goal line, right? That he's going to work through contact and stay balanced through it and to gain a couple more yards. Like Josh Jacobs is simply a better back than Aaron Jones if you were to compare the two guys overall. But he was slowing down at the end of last year. And that was a concern for us. While we were talking about Jacobs when he was most likely won't be able to play, we had a question about it, so we went at it. See you, Sertan Ty, from Make Sure Stream. Appreciate you. I think he was asking about Jacobs off the field. I don't really want to get into Jacobs off the field stuff. I don't know the information. You might have seen Matt LaFleur talking about how he's not going to get into the details. I know far less than him. And look, I honestly, I hope he's on the field next year, and I hope he didn't do what was put out to be that he did do, right? While slander on the Falcons' name, they're the best roster in the South. They have the most talent. So they have the best roster right now. It'd probably be the Bucks. And right now, the Panthers have the most complete defense and the biggest question right there at that Atlanta on quarterback, right? Alicia, what's up? Good to have you back. Um what is going on? Good to have you. I'm a Bears fan, but not sleep on other teams. But the Lions that high is crazy. Are good. Look, I know. We got that diehard Bears fan connection. Um, Lions that high is crazy as a statement is interesting to put in, right? Um, my main feedback to that would be the schedule. And I said that to everyone. I talked to multiple 200 people about the Lions over the last couple of weeks and why I'm so high on them. And I've given pushback to the idea that they are not a good team going into next year because of that schedule right now, that they're going to be able to win games. And you're like, what does that have to do with them not being a good team? Look, Kirby Joseph and Brian Branch will be back. They had questions about their offensive line and if they would have health. So the big part about Detroit next year is they solidified what they were 2 years ago in the trenches. I think Derek Moore is going to be a heck of a player. Jimmy Connell, make sure you're following Jimmy. Good to see you in here, though. I appreciate the pushback. I welcome critique and criticism. Who better, Stroud or Cam Ward? I would still thank you for subbing, Joey. I appreciate that. I would still go Stroud as of right now. But if you ask me who I would rather have, I'd rather have Cam Ward. I mean, he's cheaper going forward, right? Like you're gonna have to pay Stroud soon. Whereas Cam Ward, you're not gonna have to pay the guy for over 4 years. Finally, someone that doesn't think the Raiders are shy. Shite. From Jay. Yeah, Jay, I am fired up about the Raiders and think about 27. Even if they're not good, right, Jay? It's like, my goodness. If they are good, look, they're competing for a playoff spot. If not, all right, Dylan Stewart, Colin Simmons, Cam Coleman, Jeremiah Smith, Amari Washington. They're going to get the chance to bring in an unbelievable talent to that squad in the 2027 NFL draft. My guy Jay, make sure that you're following. And Jay McDaniel, plus that defense, Seahawks going back to back. Am I wrong for thinking that Jadarian Price at 32 wasn't a bad selection? Look, maybe there is more of a gap between Love and Price than there is between Price and like Jonah Coleman, Mike Washington Jr., Kalen Black. Sure, there's probably a bigger gap there, but you needed a running back. You need a versatile guy in the backfield that's going to handle a workload. You don't know what Zach Charbonnet is going to be back at next year, the Jay. So it's a good take there. My man, Jay McDaniel, make sure that you are following. Lord have mercy. Texans should be Super Bowl or bust. I am as high on the Texans as you could be. I have them going to the Super Bowl next year. Make sure you are following Lord of Mercy. Playoffs for Bengals is crazy. They're favored in a bunch of games, Max. I understand it. The one thing about them is, as I talked about, is the run game of what they've been the last few years. Jeremiah Smith is going to be so good. Should be one overall. That's what we've been saying about the Miami Dolphins. And nobody so far has been like, why are the Fins so low? And then I've gone into that little rant about, look, would you rather be 8-9 or would you rather be first overall to take Jeremiah Smith? You guys have heard me say that 50 times. They're still going to be the Chicago Bears. They're always going to be the Bears. And people have asked me, would you still root for the Bears if they're not going to be in there? I still would. They could be in California, and I still will root for Kevin Brown. To be clear, all but 6 teams are playoff contenders. That's barely an opinion. I mean, that's how it is every year, though, Kevin. There's teams that go worst to first. We have no idea. Did anyone expect the Seattle Seahawks to win the Super Bowl, Kevin? I'm not coming at you. I'm just saying that, like, there are a ton of teams every single year that are truly in. 14 teams make the playoffs, and would you be shocked if Atlanta won the South? Would you be shocked if the New Orleans Saints won the division? The Minnesota Vikings with Kyler Murray. Let's see. To be clear, yeah. So that's my opinion of that. No idea is also not an opinion. I'm curious. What do you mean? I thought I just gave a response to that. Didn't I, Kevin? Let me know if you need further elaboration. Right? You got the Saints that low. Crazy. Daniel J. Money, good to see you back. I do have the Saints that low, but can I have them over the Panthers in that defense? Could I have them over Dallas or the Commanders or Tampa? Like, they're in the same sort of window and category as what those teams still are. What do we got? I knew McDonald was a whiz on defense, though, and Geno slowed them down. He's not moving your Saints. Kevin, I'm looking for your response. I haven't seen it. Kevin Brown, are you still in the chat? I truly believe that you also agree that 25 teams can make the playoffs, right? We got to be on the same page on that. Every year, there legitimately are that many teams that could turn it around and be in contention for it, right, Kevin? It looks like Kevin has dipped. When are you getting a haircut? Do you plan on live streaming it, Jacob? No, my girlfriend Kelly cuts my hair. I do not think that I will be going to live stream it. I think if Gibbs gets injured, their playoffs. Wow, Alicia, that's actually a good take, and I'd agree with you on that. I absolutely would. I would agree with you on that front. Making a whole tier for the Steelers is messed up, Carson. But am I wrong though? Kevin is still here. Oh no, Kevin just got. Kevin, I was formulating a response to you. What comments am I skipping, Nathan? I have like 8. I'm on YouTube as well as TikTok, so I'm going back and forth, Nathan. I apologize if I missed your comment a couple of times. I typically like to give longer-winded answers, and if there's 2 comments a second and I say an answer for 30 seconds, like I'm missing obviously a bunch. So I'm sorry about that. What did we say, Nathan? Let me get to your comments. I'm scrolling. Okay, it's the Jaguars' year. They'll beat the Bears in the Super Bowl, Nathan. Can we sign that contract right now, Nathan? Where do I sign to see that? I absolutely would love it. I think the NFL would actually like it too. 2 teams that haven't for the last 20 years, or I mean the Jaguars are obviously a newer franchise, had success. The Bears haven't been in the Super Bowl since 2006, and to my belief, the Jaguars never have even been to the game either, right? The furthest they've gone is the AFC title game with Bortles and the loss to Brady, and it's one playoff win in the last 9 years or so. But Nathan, they were the best run defense in football last year. They were, I believe, number 1 by like 4.5 yards. So I do like what they are. I just didn't like losing Devin Lloyd and, of course, Achane. Throw your hat over the fence, man. Make some bold claims. Everyone has a chance is boring. I've been making bold claims like the Texans are going to the Super Bowl. Justin Herbert for MVP. What else? I mean, I got Jahmyr Gibbs as a offensive player of the year. I've been doing a lot of that, Kevin. But Kevin, appreciate your feedback and criticism. I need a lot more of that around here, Kevin. Make sure you're following. Nathan, make sure you're following. Appreciate the thought experiment there about the Jaguars in Chicago. I feel like the contenders label should be switched with playoff locks. Well, see, here's the thing. Playoff locks or teams are like something really bad has to happen for them to not get into the postseason. Whereas contenders, like, these are teams that we still have like pretty big question marks. Like, I don't have a lot of questions right now on Detroit. Maybe you do as well. Whereas the Chicago Bears, like, do they continue to improve? with Caleb? Does he get better at the free throw line, if you will, and not missing those easy ones, those layups? The Bills shouldn't be that high. Allen going to be 30 and still don't have a great wide receiver. You know what my first thought of that, Richie, is? What if the Bills just, to Kevin's point, Kevin wants to see big swings. Kevin wants explosive play and going for it all. What if the Buffalo Bills, no matter the result next year, they trade it all and they go get Jeremiah Smith? Jeremiah Smith and DJ Moore, Josh Allen? Why not? Tell me why not pair Jeremiah Smith with Josh Allen there and go get it. So that's what I want to see. I'm fired up about that idea. I want to see the best player in college football since Calvin Johnson with the most talented quarterback in the league. That's what I want to see, right? So that's something that I honestly may want to see more than just about anything else. Smith going to the Dolphins. Sadly, Nick Lee Flair. Yeah, we have discussed that at nauseum. Herbert gonna. Why is that wishing them luck? Lol. Break a leg. Why is that wishing them luck? What are your awards predictions for NFL honors? My current, Herbert for MVP, Gibbs Offensive Player of the Year, Anderson Jr. Defensive Player of the Year, Coach of the Year is a fun one, but I'm going Jim Harbaugh. I would go. Assistant Coach of the Year could also be McDaniel. That's a fun one. Both of them win that award. And then Caleb Downs, Defensive Rookie of the Year, and Jadarian Price, Offensive Rookie of the Year. I think the Raiders should tank for Jeremiah. Then I think they're in contenders. I agree. It's that simple. Josh Allen is Josh's spirit animal. It absolutely might be. In what world do they have enough to give for that? Would have to give up all their. It's exactly what I'm saying, Richie. 3 first-round picks or 2 in a second to go get it. It was in the spirit of Kevin saying that we got to be bolder. So I was like, why not be bold? And the team that has been criticized as not having premier talent, they go get the best wide receiver talent in 20 years. Isaac, good to see you. Turtle, Richie, thank you for liking the like. Are the Chargers your team from Vito? No, I am a diehard Chicago Bears fan, as well as Ohio State. I know that it looks like all we talk about is the NFL, but if we go through the show long enough, you'll hear the mention of quite a number of college players and teams. That's a requirement is to watch the college football sport in order to speak on it, as hopefully I hope it is a high level. But if that answers your question, yes, we are Chicago Bears fan. Bias, it's impossible to not be biased, but I truly do try to do an unbiased perspective, Vito. Vito, make sure that you're following, though. Thank you, my man. Aaron, as a Dallas Cowboys fan, with the new additions to Dallas, they should at least be in the wild card last year, Aaron. I've shown it to 2 different people. I'll show it to you. I am not touching nothing. This is my laptop, and if you can see it, Aaron, I know it's a little low. The green screen is wonky sometimes. It's tough to do it. And YouTube folks, I'm sorry that you can't see it, but you can see the Cowboys are in that. That is a new graphic I'm making that will have the Cowboys in that tier. Vito, thank you so much for following. I appreciate you. Sorry, YouTube folks, we always go back and forth a little bit here. Get Green Bay out of there. As long as Matt LaFleur is our head coach, we ain't going anywhere. From Hunt Fish. It's so interesting to me because I as a Bears fan, I'd rather see Matt LaFleur gone. Right? They've been to the playoffs 3 years in a row. They were in 2 NFC title games with LaFleur. The loss to Tampa, and they had the loss. Oh, why am I blanking right now? San Francisco, right, in 2019. Raheem Mostert, Garoppolo had like 13 pass attempts or 7. F the Steelers are only 1 in that division. I think that's what we're saying there. KC and Bengals need to be moved up. Wow, so you're that high on the Chiefs already, even with the questions on Mahomes, huh? What type of trade would you take if you were offered to trade down while Smith is right there to draft? From Nick Lee Flair. That's one of my favorite questions of the day. I mean, as a diehard Buckeye fan that's gotten to meet Jeremiah Smith and, you know, been with been as close as you can be to him and seen that element of physicality. And I'm not a small guy. I always talk about it, folks. But when you're like, in your 20s as an adult, someone that was a college athlete and thinks you're a relatively big person, I'm 6'4", 200 plus pounds. And Jeremiah Smith just made me feel like I was not a large human being. And you get to see him have that type of impact on the field earlier against Oregon decimating them. It's like, okay, you just don't see this kind of a talent come out. It only happens about once every 20 years or so. So, Jeffrey, I honestly don't even know. Like, I haven't touched a basketball in probably, I think I can, just because I do sprints and I run at the beach on the sand and I hit squats. Like, I I work out a decent amount. But I haven't touched a basketball, like, man, maybe like 3 years or something like that. I've only, I play at the beach, right? Beach football, but I just don't really play any basketball. So I would hope so. But I don't know. I can't tell you for sure because I haven't attempted it in a while. Um, they should be in playoff locks. From Destin. Who exactly? Sorry, I missed that. Turt. Make sure you're following Destin. Put the Ravens up one. Thank you for following, Destin. I appreciate you. My daily greeting on your stream, number 4, Egg Dude. Great to have you back. 2 mid to late first round picks and a second for Smith. I'm 6'3", 220. Don't put height and weight with your opinion. I play basketball, Aaron. Don't put height, weight in your opinion. I play basketball. Aaron, good to have your feedback on that. I mean, it's simply about like the kind of exercises you do. If you do, plyometrics, like your plyometrics. Sammy boy, what's happening? Good to see you back. Aaron Wiseman 8202. It simply depends on the way that you train. I mean, some guys have that ability to just be tall and do it, but I it depends on the person. A lot of it. What have you got, bro? Put the Bucks up to loss in a wild card from Hot Dog. That division is loaded with teams that are in that 7-10 to 10-7 range. But all right, Nick Lee Flair, I didn't fully answer your question. We got distracted by the dunk of basketball comments. Are you the GOAT at beach football? We're looking to win our league this season. We absolutely are. We won last summer. We won the league last summer. We're looking to go back to back. New team though. 2 mid to late first round picks in a second. No, I'm not doing that. I need more. In the 2027 NFL draft, 2 mid first round picks, I'd probably take it because 2 mid first round picks could be an Amari Washington at 14th. I mean, heck, it could be a quarterback if you need a quarterback. If you're a team that needs a guy like Jada Mayava or Josh Hoover or Julian Sane potentially could all be available to you. So there's those questions. With the Patriots getting better on D, plus I'm serious when I say like I consider 3 first rounders for it, but 2 mid firsts in a second does make sense. If it's the 2027 NFL draft and the typical draft, like 3 first round picks to do it. If you want to go get, he's Calvin Johnson, like you're gonna have to go make it happen. This is a football cons. My damn Nico blind. As a 10-year-old, you're 5'8". Holy cow. Holy cow, Nico. I love you, bro. Thank you, Aaron. I appreciate it. Blitz, I joined the Discord. Guys, that's right. If you haven't joined the Discord, it is in my YouTube description right now. I honestly have given like very little attention towards that because we've just been on in front of the camera recording and doing everything in the sense of content. So get in there and join the Discord. We're going to put more attention towards it. Josh, do you know someone named Justin? Do I know someone named Justin? I know a Justin Zimmer. I call him Jay-Z. I water train 5Ks here and there and fast swim. I'm still at 220. Go Steelers. That's awesome. You do it. Cross training's great. I mean, I played water polo in high school and I trained with the water polo team in college to just get in better shape. Swimming's awesome for you. And I've been swimming. I don't know if you've heard. I mean, I didn't get my laps in today, which I'm sad about, but I've been swimming a lot lately. Holy wow, 5'8" and can dunk is impressive. Imagine if Jeremiah fell to Vegas. I don't know if that would be falling. He's probably going to be taken at like 3 or 4 if it's the Raiders next year. My broke school didn't have a pool. How to play ball, I get it. If you give me admin in the Discord, I'll work on it. Oh, yeah, we can make that happen, Sammy boy. Better talent in this draft or the next? In 2027? Or the next? Or this past draft? The 2027 NFL draft has 6 blue chip players, and the 2026 draft had 3. I would go down Styles and Love, where my 3 blue chips. I didn't have Arvell Reach in that category, but I mean Stewart, Simmons, Moore, Smith could be the other Moore. We have to see what develops at other positions. Ahmad Moten could materialize into one. Jordan Seaton, Trevor Gooseby might be in that category. It's unbelievable. The 2027 draft makes the 2026 draft look, it's not even comparable, to be honest. With the Panthers getting better on D, plus Bryce gaining confidence, they should be wild card loss. Yeah, we can see it. They get themselves into the wild card loss category. Yeah, I got no problems with that. Ravens above Eagles feels illegal. Yeah. I apologize about it. But there are only 2 spots above them there, and I just feel like Baltimore made more to improve than the Eagles, especially if they wind up losing AJ Brown. This draft was not great. Like Bane and Tyson, I do like those guys as well. With Zaya Wade should be a force next year in the NBA. I honestly don't know who that is, but thank you for informing me. You're 6'9", 420. Make sure that you're following my guy, Mr. Roger. All you guys, AVG Muncher, Ravens above Eagles. That illegal comment is quite funny. Folks on TikTok, I'm getting some. I think on YouTube it's working fine. I'm getting a little bit of lag. I don't know exactly why. I'm gonna restart the TikTok stream. So just hop back right in. YouTube's been fine. Sometimes I've been getting a little bit of a connectivity issue here. What's up, Caleb? Good to have you back. So we're gonna hop off on TikTok, but we're gonna be back in literally like 12 seconds. All right. So if you aren't following on TikTok, do so right now. I'm gonna hop back on in like 15 seconds. Yeah, YouTube is fine. I see everything coming in just fine. All right, let's get to that. 19, go live, and okay. Do you want to see my YouTube channel? Yeah, Caleb. Absolutely. If you just, I apologize. I forget. If you just go to my Instagram and DM me at Blitz with Blender and show me your channel, I'll absolutely check it out when I get a little bit of time. Josh needs technical help. I absolutely do. A lot of the times I do. Yes, he's a Manning. None of them started out great, but they got there. I talked to a production company yesterday that hopefully is going. Richie, good to see you back in. Thank you for joining. Sorry about the logging off there quickly, but potentially helping me just get more content out because I film so much, especially during the year, to just get it out a little bit in more volume simply. You and your dad be doing routes? Let's go, Nico Collins. I'm fired up about that. Sign me up when you start hiring, Jacob. I'm hiring slowly. I've been hiring a little bit. I'm like 10 to 20 routes less. Uh, it's uh, it's gonna take a little bit of time though until we're really, I think, get some momentum going where we can add that to the team. Uh, and really, it's gonna happen. I'm very confident about the next couple of months and then the upcoming season. Then next off season really hopefully the goal is to hopefully take off. Time is on our side. Just got to continue one day at a time, Jacob. It's exactly right. Let's see. I don't think Manning is a first round pick unless he balls out this year. Yeah, I could buy it. I could absolutely buy it. What you're saying there with Arch. His motion looks awesome at times, that it's simplified, and other times it doesn't look like he has a lot of juice in the way that he's able to cock and get the ball. I don't know if I am describing it correctly, but it just looks like wonky at times coming out of his hand. 359. If I'm a kid, it's that fun. We won our last game. We were 3-2. That's good. Actually, I'm actually 5'2". Remember us when you get viewers in here, Blinder. Well, I will, without a doubt, Sertan Glazer. I will remember you folks. There's no doubt about it. Um, we had what last night? We were in and out of having 100. We had what 26,000 total people that checked into the live in the afternoon, which was a good number to hit. I think that was the most that we'd hit because it was 5 hours in a row, so I was excited about it. Uh, Ideas just to keep growing and building from there. Those are going to be fun. And I've been saying it, but I'm going to apologize to you guys up front about once we do get to the year. And I'm just talking to the camera essentially like the Bears and the Packers squaring off in week 5. And this is a matchup we have been waiting for since the wild card round. And the Chicago Bears with that 18-point comeback against the Green Bay Packers. Their rival, their nemesis. To some fans, it was an exorcism. And now the Green Bay Packers look to get their get back. So it would look something a lot like that. So it would look like that where we're just kind of dialed in like camera, a lot more broadcastery. If you've seen my long form content, it looks like that. And it's going to be like that and not engaging with everybody. But I'll be thinking about you guys. And then after the stream, I'll probably like say hi, kind of pop into the chat a little bit, and then get into the next preview and prediction video. Hot take, Mekhi Lemon going to end up 2 overall in this draft class from Richie. There you go. Appreciate it, Jeffrey. Yeah, we can turn it into it. It's fun to tune into it. And I try and keep that energy high and keep it rolling. And have good information is a key there. There's a lot of games to talk about. When you're breaking down 15 games a week and you've got like 3-4 days to do it, it happens. But look, there's nothing else I'd rather be doing. Definitely a Texans fan, Austin. I am not. I am not. I really am not a big Texans fan at all. I'm a Chicago Bears fan, as you maybe have seen, Austin. I don't know what to say to that. I mean, I like the Houston Texans next year. I'm a fan of what they are. They got a great defense coming down the pipe this year, and that's right. There's no pause in what I just said. You have my prediction to be the defensive player of the year next year. Caleb, see you a little bit. Be back on. Okay, I gotcha. I try to know about each team. I love sports talk. There you go. The real Baker Mayfield. Good to see ya in here. The Bucks are contenders. They absolutely could be. Mainly the questions surround Baker, and I know people are like, Abuka with the one-handed catch. They're already looking like defensively in mid-season form. I thought all of that was funny. But real Baker Mayfield, make sure that you are following Austin. what's your team, Austin? Let's chat about it. And make sure that you are following, my guy. Great to have you here. The Bucks went from a top team to straight. They were 6-2, top 5, and then they fell off. What do we got in the chat on YouTube? How long are we going tonight? The ceiling is gonna be another hour and a half. We've been live for an hour 20. If we went another hour and a half, that would put us about what? 2 hours 50. That would be around 6 hours total. I'm going to say that we're going to cap it at an hour and a half, but we'll be here for another hour. I'll be here at least another hour. Bijan is too good for the Falcons to be bad. Timothy, I fully agree with you. Yo, if healthy, are the Niners contender? Parker's? Yes, without a doubt. They are a top 3 roster in football. When healthy, we've seen it. Stribling, they add Mike Evans now. Replaces whatever you would have been having with Ayuk. There's no doubt about it, Parkers. Let me scroll up on YouTube a little bit. Which station is your favorite? I'm a Fox guy. NBC. I've been Fox. But I do love me some Sunday Night Football. Josh, since I donate, can you give me NFL tickets? Where are you based out of? I only have I've got Rams and Chargers. Where do you I don't want to get too personal if you don't want to say where you're living, but I'm in Los Angeles. That's where the games happen. For where they show out, because I've sold a couple of Rams games so far for this year. Give him. I'm in Houston. Are you gonna fly out and come out here, Nico Collins? Because Northern Cali, Jeffrey. Oh, I gotcha. I predict when the season starts, I'm going to be saying, how about them Cowboys a lot? Because all of it happening. Nico Collins. What are you going to do with the tickets if you're in Houston, though? Right? All right. What are you going to do with the tickets if you're out there, Nico? You know what I mean? How are the Chargers barely contenders? We have had amazing, nonstop good years with things against us, and now our coaching and O-line is better. Change the Chargers to their own category. Jeffrey, it's all good. It's all fun and games until it's not. Until you actually do get scammed. Give them to people who want them, because I'm trying to be a better person. Well, that's good. You're trying to be a better person. It's really good. I mean, I do the same thing with the tickets. Like I got a family friend that's a what are they? Rams fan, and I sold my Rams Bills tickets to them, so they were excited about that. Always get better is exactly right. What's going on, Jackson? Good to see you. Fernando doesn't have the pieces around him receiver-wise to take the Raiders to the playoffs, in your opinion? Aaron, you're not wrong. You're absolutely right. They absolutely need a outside wide receiver threat. They need a weapon on the perimeter. I've talked about it. I've continued to say that could be in the form of a number 4 from Ohio State. If the season doesn't go their way and they're picking in the top 10 and they have a chance to add a blue chip edge player, the kid from South Carolina or Texas, the outside weapon at Texas, the kid at Ohio State. Chat kind of pressed about the chart tonight, Josh. You doing something right. Off topic. Levi South, great tickets for a Niner game, but this year we're going to see the Aussies. I know, I was a little bit. I was actually pissed. The Niners game usually is the best out here as far as what you can fetch for those prices and on what you can get. I got those season tickets essentially using my bar mitzvah money and just buying them when they moved to town here. I was not privy enough to do anything to turn it into $1 million like some people did with crypto. So I wound up having enough to just get like second and what, fourth level tickets to them. So that's what we currently got, and we go to some games and then we use them and get content, and then the others sell for a little bit of profit. Thanks for streaming. It's great content. You got it, Jacob, without a doubt. I don't know where the question mark came from. What happened last night? We had more viewers. We got 35 in here right now on YouTube. I'm happy with that number. It's all good. Last night for an hour, we had. It's no worries. Honestly, it's simply about coming on here. We could have 5 people in here as long as the vibes are high and people having fun. It's all the same. Obviously, I would love for that 26 number to be 26,000, but maybe one day. And I think we will get there. Ocean Sims, thank you for following. I appreciate it. Like, I think didn't Grossi hit like 50K at some point during one of his streams last year during that game of Chargers Chiefs? Tell a friend, it gonna grow. That's exactly right. That's how it works. Chi-Town, baby, David. Exactly right. Bear fans got to keep things rolling together. We are fired up about what the Bears could be next year. What happened? How do you got my Bengals so low? Kendall the Gray. We've had them in that category, Kendall. Good to see you back. Yeah, Grossi is a legend. And look, I've been doing this for a little bit over a year. He's been doing this, 8-9 years? So he deserves it. I got to earn that right. He's earned it. He's earned every single beautiful part of the hard work that he's earned for himself. Susanna Mayrin, Texans need to be a Super Bowl or bust. With that defense, you're not wrong. Hey, you could be limited Grossi one day. Limited what does that mean, Sir Tan Glazer? Limited Grossi. Grind like Grossi. Gotcha. No clue why this guy likes CJ Stroud over Trevor Lawrence. He didn't watch the playoffs 10 times. I did. And I saw CJ Stroud look awful. You are right, though. I was at the Bears and Rams game tailgate, and I only caught about half of that Texans versus Patriots game at the time, and then had to go back and watch, obviously, the film of that on NFL Plus and see went down. All meat. Thank you so much for the rose, and appreciate the follow in here. Thank you guys for the support. Oh, man, the voices. We need to take a sip for some water, folks. Holy cow. All meat, no potatoes. Anytime I see Giants above Titans, what do we have here? What do we got right now? Do you think the Texans have a shot this year? 10-time champion. I'm going to get to your question. That's the first college football specific one of the day. I'm going to hold off on that for a second here. I got to get to this one on TikTok first. Do you think the Texans have a shot this year? I absolutely do, KJ. I've got them winning the AFC and going to the Super Bowl. As growing up of NFC North, Big Ten football, it's all centered towards defense, getting to the quarterback, stopping the run. And it's something that Houston's going to do a lot better with Caden McDonald there in the center. If you can run the ball with Montgomery and CJ can protect the football and be more efficient, that's the most complete roster in football as of right now, in my opinion. So I do. KJ, make sure you are following. Falcons at See It to Believe It. That is correct. Number one, dumb. Thank you for engaging on in here. Make sure you're following number one, dumb. Hot take, Justin Jefferson will crust. Ooh, I like that hot take, though. I like that hot take, Aaron. Texans are AFC South. Eddie, I fully agree with you. That's been my take for a bit of some time now, about the last month. Defense wins championships. If you guys did not know, The national champion has had a top 2 defense each of the last 3 years. Michigan had the number 1 defense in 23, Ohio State 24, and last year Indiana was 2. In the NFL, the Super Bowl champion has had a top 2 defense each of the last 3 years. 3 years ago, the Chiefs, when they knocked off the 49ers. 2 years ago, the Eagles, they were number 2 when they knocked off the Chiefs. And the Seattle Seahawks were the number 1 defense in football last year when they knocked off the New England Patriots. So it is a requirement as of lately, to have an elite defense. My man Eddie, make sure you are following. I appreciate you. Miami will win it all, Barney. He couldn't make it happen. All right, 10-time champion. We just went in on that one. The voice is still here, though, so we're going to keep chugging. I'm an Auburn guy. Avatar is me and Golish. Alex Golish, of course. Our new coach, yes, might just be an anti-Alabama and D'Amico Ryan's bias. I wish they still had Cam Coleman. I gotta be honest. I'm very excited to see what he is with Sarkisian and DJ and Ryan Wingo and that offense. But I appreciate you sharing. That you're an Auburn fan, and my take is if I could have any quarterback in college football history to go lead my team, I'd probably take Cam Newton. Obviously, NFL, it's different, but in college, of what the college game is, I'd go Cam. Look, Auburn, right now, you have a few years to get back to full prevalence, and it's tough because there has been all of this money that's been circulating around the SEC, and now to see a team like Texas come in there with their resources to go grab away Cam Coleman, who was this talent that was so sought after by Auburn, and they were so excited to bring him in there. And then Eric Singleton, right? Eric Singleton and Cam Coleman should have been one of the best 3 duos in the country last year, and Jackson Arnold just couldn't throw the football down the field. Obviously, Keldrick Falk, one of the better players in the country. I'm excited for what Auburn looks like defensively. Offensively, is there going to be an improvement, though? I remember they started off the year against Baylor rushing for like over 300 yards, I want to say, in that opening game. Vikings going to be good this year from Coleman Frank. It's going to take good quarterback play if they are to make it happen. And in order to make it happen, they're going to need Kyler Murray to win that starting job. I just don't see it from McCarthy. Kyler Murray's got a bigger arm. He's a better athlete, right? He's got more experience. So that's where I'm currently at with the Minnesota Vikings. Tell me your thoughts on Giants above Titans. It's a good question. For me, I think that their defense is more put together right now, all meat, no potatoes. Anthony Hill Jr., I love, right? I also love Falk that you just brought in there. The Giants, though, although, to your point that you might make, haven't they been a bottom 8 rushing defense each of the last 5 years, Josh? My name's Josh Blinder. So I know a lot of people call me Blitz. My name is Josh. Call me either. It doesn't work. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate you. It's why. The Giants defense, we know what Brian Burns is. We know, obviously, Abdul Carter, what he is capable of. Arvo Reese that you add in now. The other edge, Thibodeau, right? Thank you for the roses. Appreciate you all, meet. And I like Tennessee. I've talked about them. They're like that one team who's somebody that could surprise a lot of people and be right there for a wild card bid that was bad last year. And that's the Tennessee Titans for me. I don't know why they didn't get any primetime games, right? I wanted to see Carnell Tate. Nick Singleton also broke his foot at the Senior Bowl, and this kid would have probably ran like a 4.37 40, probably a 10-yard split that would have been in the 1.5s, like mid 1.5s, like a 1.55, at the highest like a 1.57. So I think he was an absolute steal that they were able to grab him on day 3. Better hope Bengals not healthy. Joe in last 17 games, both receivers are healthy. 12-5, 5,900 yards, 55 touchdowns, and 14 interception. User, you're exactly right. And they're absolutely going to be, to your point, a Super Bowl contender if Burrow's simply healthy. When he is, he's one of the best in football. Blender, not to be annoying, can you look at my trade comment? Yeah, I got you, Sertan. I was just looking at TikTok. If you were the Vikings, do you accept Justin Jefferson and a third? Justin Jefferson and a third. Okay. For Troy Franklin, I mean, Stidham doesn't really do anything for the Vikings don't really care about Stidham. That's what, like a sixth, a first and a third. Like Troy Franklin's value, he was what, a third round pick out of Oregon. So it's kind of, I know that obviously there's value there, but it's more of a first and a third for Jefferson. It's a good one. If I'm the Vikings, would I accept it? I wouldn't from the Broncos though, because that first round pick is not going to be high enough. You know what I mean? Like that first round pick, you're expecting it to be at the worst like 17th overall, and they just missed the playoffs next year. So I wouldn't. If you're talking about another team, like respectfully the Raiders or somebody, okay, we're going to get a top 10 pick in the 2027 NFL draft where we can just plug in Cam Coleman to replace Justin Jefferson. Maybe he's never as good. No, that's fine, Sertan Glazer. I like thought experiments. If we're talking about somebody where we could get a top 10 pick in this draft, but to your point, a 2027 first round pick plus that third rounder, now we've got leverage here for Minnesota. We could go get ourselves our franchise quarterback. All right, Kyler was a bag of Takis, and J.J. McCarthy, all right, it was a bust. But now we can get up in a position using our own first-round pick, using that Broncos pick, using that third future draft capital, where we can take a franchise quarterback. It's enticing. We clear that $40 million, or was it 36 a season off of our books. It's enticing to me because they haven't won with him. They've been a very good team, but they haven't won. They haven't gotten to a title game with him. So I do like that thought experiment. Feel free to send more of those. Yeah, they would want 2 firsts and a talented receiver. 2 firsts, that's our generation. Jerry Rice. I like that comp actually a little bit. Not crazy fast, but never gets caught from behind, right? Not overly big. Pretty sure he wins every one-on-one contested catch, right? One of those kinds of players. He doesn't want to be there, and you might as well rebuild instead of trying to hand in and waste him. Yeah, I'm with you. A first and a second, I'm like, a first, a second, and a third? A first, a second, and a future third? Then I would be looking at that. Why are the Falcons bottom 6? Brendan, I hate to be the typical football analyst cliche, but if you don't have a quarterback, what do you have unless you have like a top 3 defense in the league? And with Tua and Michael Penix, I just don't have faith in it. I hope I'm wrong, because when I got to see Michael Penix play in person and be sitting behind their bench at Washington when they played USC, it was one of the privileges of my life to see him throw the football in front of me in warm up, and that thing comes out of his hand. It's special. It really is. It's a rare ability, and I'm rooting for him. That's why, to answer your question, why I've got them there. Ashton, Bears regressing. You think, huh? Bears 100%. Good pick. Ashton, why do you think there's going to be regression there? Are you down on Caleb? Do you not like Ben Johnson? Do you think it's their defensive line that they should have improved? I'm curious why you would be of that opinion if you feel like sharing. But thank you for the follow. Appreciate you, Brandon. Bengals should go up 1 from 5'7" Paint Beast. So I think that their ceiling is higher than that, though. It's funny that you say that. Like at their floor, yeah, they could go 7-10, miss the playoffs, another injury to Burrow. But at their ceiling to me is higher than Pittsburgh. I've got Justin Herbert winning the MVP next year. The offensive line, those tackles are healthy. That's the best offensive line in football with Alton Slater. Adding in Mike McDaniel to bring in an element of misdirection and flavor to this offense. Well, you'll see with Brendan Thompson on the perimeter, with Lad McConkey, some of these small or caliber shifty guys get the football to them. I'm just gonna watch. No worries, Sertan Glazer. I got you. No worries at all. So Mike McDaniel, it's gonna be a very fun offense. I think he could be the assistant coach of the year. Yeah, I would yet a year. Sertan still got to hold on to Jettis for a season with a good pick. There you go. Even after a down year. Jeffrey, that's an interesting take. You would still go Jefferson over Jamar. I mean, you've probably seen my content where I'm like, I go Jamar Chase, the same as Sertan, draw a line, hit that space bar a couple of times to get to the next guy. That's my opinion on their production. Because if you look at it, the last 5 years, Jefferson, I believe, has 237 or 243 more yards than Chase, but Chase has like 19 more touchdowns over the last 5 years. You can fact check me on that, but I believe that's where the statistics line up. Chase has the second most touchdowns in football with 54, behind Adams with 55. And I know Jettis hasn't had a quarterback like a Burrow. That I knew that comment was coming in there, and that's what I've always said about it. But also, my argument is, and you could argue against it too. It's such a fun conversation. I love this. Is T Higgins is on the other side. You've got another top 10, if not top 10, a top 12 receiver in the league taking production for you. But then you could argue that because he's got this awesome weapon, it helps to open up Jamar. So it's in that, like, why is Puka Nacua maybe better than JSN because Devontae is taking away target share and impacting the red zone? It's a fascinating conversation, Jeffrey. I love these debates because you make an argument because he's playing with Higgins, but then someone will say, but he's playing with Higgins. That's going to make him better. So it goes back and forth all the way. And ultimately, that's why rankings and debates are fun. If you have the mentality that, like, you can hear someone else's opinion, be fine with critique, be fine with being disagreed with, because sometimes people just have an opinion and you just hear it and you get better at it. Yeah, it's really fun to talk about it. So thank you for getting me going. I think some people understand the energy level is high. Sometimes we get a little bit more intense towards something specific, but then there's like the football where I really love to get into and just go. So thank you, Jeff, for getting me going. I'm not always right. I like to debate. Some people incite. You got stats. Yeah. It'd be fun if I had someone in my ear to like give me feedback whenever there was something. All this stuff, obviously, I gotta come up with and research and iron out, and it's tough. Like being in front of thousands of people every day, and they're asking you, and you're trying to defend your takes, your feedback in front of everyone, and do it quickly. Keep and engage the interest. I'm taking no, whatever works for you. I'm happy to be your background noise. I got no issues with that. As I remember, I used to watch Toke. If people remember the Madden guy, Toke, he used to say that a lot of the times. Whether if you're watching this somewhere like that. So no matter where you're watching, thank you for watching. As long as it's not driving, folks, you can be listening driving. Don't be watching this driving. Please do not let me be a negative influence on your health and safety. All right, Aaron, I'm so sorry. I was talking to the YouTube chat, and I will look at the TikTok chat now for the next couple minutes. Keep sleeping on my Falcons. We suck. Literally. I sorry about it, but that's how it is right now. But you have a lot of talent there. Make sure you're following it. Get to a point. Aaron, Raiders sacrifice Genty and some picks for Justin Jefferson and build around Fernando. I like it, Aaron. The big thing to me, though, and you've heard me say it, right, is like this win-win for the Raiders where they could wind up bringing in a receiver in the 2027 NFL draft. And they don't need to have a top 3 pick. They could have a 9th overall pick. And if you see 4 quarterbacks go, with Jeremiah Smith, that's 5. And a tackle like Jordan Seaton, that's 6. And you see the 2 edges, Stewart, go 7. Colin Simmons, 8. Guess who you could take at number 9, Aaron? Cam Coleman, the wide receiver from Texas. If he has the season we think he does, I think he could be there at 9. Smith, 4 quarterbacks, the 2 edge rushers, and a tackle that he could be there at number 9. A player that I think legitimately should have gone second overall. If Cam Coleman were in this past draft, I think number 2 to the Jets is what his value really would have been there if he was in that draft. Of course, Jacob. Of course. Thank you so much. Don't drink and drive or blitz. Don't blitz and drive. At some day, we'll make some merch and I will remember that comment. Let's see. Jeffrey, I'm going to put that in right now. You're going to go into my note. You're literally going, you can't even see my laptop. It's going to say Jeffrey Dixon. Let me see what we got here. I'm going to put you in. I'm literally putting that idea in. Don't blitz and drive. Jeffrey Dixon. Jeffrey, you have made it into my official 100% of sales. You've made it into my official football content Word document. You are in there right now with your content idea. So how about that? I'll buy one. Let's go. You're in there right now. I wish I could show you. The TikTok folks can see it, but YouTube, the green screen feature, for whatever reason, doesn't fully work out to work for it. Hunter, thank you for watching. Hunter McLeod. Make sure you're following Hunter. Graham, of course, the Steelers are the only one of that category, Graham. It's unfortunate, but that's how it's been. Toot, good to see you, Toot. Make sure that you're following Graham Silvers 1. Thank you so much for being in here. Please, you got to bring the Panthers up a notch or 2. Hunter McLeod, we've been thinking about it, and I just can't quite get there yet because of Bryce Young. Because of how Bryce, the inconsistency there. But Hunter McLeod, my guy, make sure you're following. Thank you so much for tuning in this evening. Keep throwing questions at me. Keep giving me your feedback. I want to hear more. If that D-line clicks, KC will have one of the best pass rushes in the league. Robert, you're exactly right. Of course, we got to do it, my man. We have to. Make sure you're following, Robert. If you respect the ball knowledge, make sure that you hit that button, my man. Thank you for being in here. We talk football literally every single day for 5-6 hours a day as of the last month or so. So if you like football content, you're looking for a community of big fans here, this is something I'm trying to build out here. John, what's up, John? How can the Bills, who only got worse and lost their strong defensive coach in McDermott, be better than the Ravens? Well, the Ravens did lose their coach that led them to being a top 3 rushing offense in football. John, did you know this? Are you a Ravens fan? They've been a top 3 rushing offense in football each of the last 8 years. And why is that? Well, Derrick Henry, he has over 3,700 more rush yards than anybody in the league over the last 8 seasons. Is it Henry or was it Harbaugh? Or was it a little bit of both? With the identity that these Harbaughs have with the run game, I do like Jesse Minter coming to Baltimore, having an identity within, obviously, like being under Harbaugh. We run the football, we play some freaking defense, so let's get after this thing, right, John? So thank you for your comment and your question. John, make sure you're following. I love my Packers. I need us to just execute, bro. It's up to that. You're up 21-3 on your rival. It's about execution. You go 3 and out the first drive and only a minute comes off the clock. That's poor execution as it honestly gets right there. My man, KRXSN, the Green Bay Packers. A topic you're taking off? Or no? Topic's off too? And Collins? Or no, Topic's still in here. Nico, have a great night. Thank you so much for being in here. Appreciate the reshare. Let's see. But T-Bone, make sure you're following T-Bone. You are exactly right. I got nothing to say except I fully agree with that. All right, off topic. Thank you so much. As always, I really appreciate you being in here. It was awesome as well. And folks, I think we're going to go for another hour. What do we think? One more hour? We got it in us? At least 30 minutes. I'll guarantee you 30 minutes, but I kind of want to try another hour out and see what we can do with the cup. We just hit 4,300 thrown. Thank you so much for following. I appreciate you. Number 4,300 on TikTok. We're trying to get about another 20 in the next hour. Nate, great to have you back. David Cully and CJ Vegas, thank you so much for reposting. What are playoff locks? Playoff locks is a team that is going to be in the playoffs without a doubt, unless there is a significant injury, like to simply like their quarterback. Like the Chicago Bears, as a diehard Bears fan, as you know, they look like a playoff team next year, but the schedule is standing in the way. Also, that division that's very strong, right? Let's drop ball knowledge. Jalen Hurts is not top 10 quarterback, T-Bone. I don't have him in my top 10. You want to hear my top 10 right now? Mahomes, Stafford, Allen, Lamar, Burrow, Herbert. There's like this cluster F of Love, Daniels, May, Caleb, Love. There's Prescott. Some people love Trevor Lawrence in there. Some people have Brock Purdy in there. When Daniel Jones is healthy, there's Sam Darnold. I haven't said Jalen Hurts yet, and I'm pretty sure I've named 13 or 14 quarterbacks to your point, T-Bone. So there you go. You've got ball knowledge. There's no doubt about it. I feel like people overlook Jordan Love a lot. People do. They overlook Jordan Love. It's very true. KRXSN. KRXSN, I don't know if you're following. If you haven't done so, please make sure that you do so. I appreciate you. Love isn't consistent. Brandon, to your point, I know he had such a good first half against Chicago. What happened in the second half? We got a delay of game penalty, and then McManus winds up missing that field goal right after it. Like, that's all on Jordan Love. And if Aaron Rodgers gets the ball back, we're down by 4 at minute 37 at Soldier Field, and you can't go down and score. You stall out at the 20-yard line. Like, Aaron Rodgers, even as a Bears fan, I think Aaron Rodgers could have got that done. I would have been a lot more scared if it were Aaron than it was with Jordan Love. So my man Brandon, 120380, appreciate you for being in here. Make sure that you're following. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. KRXSN. Dak is great. He just has to alarm it up, fire it up for the playoffs the way he does during the regular season. It's true. I didn't mention Bo Nix. I just fired off like 13 guys. Sleep schedule is now 2 a.m. to noon from Sertan Glazer, but it's are you still in school, Sertan Glazer? Or high school, college? I think you said you're maybe going to NDSU, but probably out of school, right? If you're in high school, or it probably we got the summer ending or summer starting. He's just a regular season pass leader, not a great leader. Crumbles in crunch time. Yep, that's what he has been. Bills ain't winning nothing from TT Teve. I gotta tell you, if you got Josh Allen, you're a contender, but he hasn't performed in the big moments. Green Bay goes down after Josh Jacobs. They probably should, but I'm still high on what they are with obviously how good that defense can be. But Teve, make sure you're following user 3780176. Make sure you're following. Can't even argue about anything on this list. I think this list is on point. Low Fred, I appreciate you, my man. If there's something you want to change that you feel big on your chest about with this, let me know. I'm fine with feedback that goes to the contrary of what I've got here. So make sure you're following Low Fred. I appreciate you saying that. I'm assuming you did, but what position did you play in football, Josh? No, I didn't. I play beach football right now, like I talk about in Huntington. But I was a tennis player. I've talked about it. Like I was 5'6" at like 16, almost 17 years old, and didn't hit my growth spurt until like the end of high school. And then I was still growing until the end of my sophomore year at college. I was still growing at like 20. I wasn't 6'4" until I was 20 and a half. So that's what's interesting. I was a small kid. I was like 5'7", probably 130 for the majority of high school. So that it was a big change, and I just in the transfer portal era, I could have obviously gotten it going, transferred somewhere, and been playing quarterback. Wait, you're Huntington Beach? Grew up there. I'm no at Brandon. I'm in Hermosa, and I play beach football in Huntington, Beach City Sports. Brandon, if you're familiar with it. I don't know if you are, but Brandon, make sure you're following, man. It's great to see a fellow local that's out here. Bro looks like Josh Allen's long lost brother. That's exactly right, Robert. Appreciate it. Yeah, South Bay. Exactly right, Brandon. Good to have a fellow SoCal Californian on in here, Brandon. What's your squad, Brandon? Bro must be a Saints fan having the Falcons so low. They're in the same. They're the Falcons below the Saints. I know. Again, I do have a bit more positive sentiment towards what the Saints have with Shuck than right now what's happening with the Falcons. Cali boys, Carolina, living in Chicago. Brandon, there you go. Are you a Rams fan? Would be my one guess, obviously. Chicago right now. I mean, I'm a Bears fan from Los Angeles, so that's got to be fun. Chicago. I flew out on a red eye to the game against the Rams. That was such a fun time. That was awesome. But let's see. Ankton Chiefs better than everybody. Ain't gone zero. Make sure you're following. Guy the Ninja Chiefs better than all as well. Make sure you're following, but brother, good to have you in here. Yeah, Brandon, that's good stuff. Where in Chicago are you about? I got a lot of family in Evanston, South Side as well. A lot of people in that. Ankton, thank you so much for following. I appreciate Wrigley. There you go, Wrigleyville, baby. That's the place to be. Thank you so much for following, my man. I appreciate that. Cowboys are not Super Bowl contenders? Well, I don't have them in that category as of right now. Thank you for sharing the live. Chiefs actually got some really good players on defense. Daniel J. Money. The Cards. What do you got? Walter Nolan, former number one overall prospect for Ole Miss. Will Johnson could have been a top 10 pick if he didn't hurt his knees. You got Cody Simon. You got but why am I blanking right now? Well, they're trying to obviously I think trade Josh Sweat. Isn't that the latest news with them? You ready? You ready? I think so. Usually, I went to Huntington Beach on vacation one time. It is pretty nice. How good are you at beach football? So I play both ways. I play a little bit of linebacker in there, and then quarterback. So how good am I? I think I'm a decent beach football player. Mobile enough to move around. Got enough strength. I got a guy that runs a 4.4 that outruns me a little bit. I'm okay. I'm okay at it. You know, I don't work out enough. Obviously, when you're streaming 6 hours a day, I would love to get out and work out a little bit more, be a bit more limber. But no, it's still fun. UFL tryout next week. That would not go well. I have far too many tweaks and just sitting and not being mobile. Are you the goat at beach football? That we're trying to become that. That's what we're looking to be. We got a game next Thursday, so we're excited about it. Willow Johnson, Walter Nolan, Josh Webb, Buda Baker, Melton, Williams, and more. Daniel Money. That's exactly right. There is a lot of talent there. J Rock. Niners are whooping Seattle on October 11th, November 29th. So you're ready for those matchups. Is that right? They play this Sunday after Thanksgiving, J-Rock? Man, Sunday after Thanksgiving, they play on Christmas. No. The Seahawks play the Rams on Christmas. They start off the year in Australia against the Rams, which is fun. J-Rock, make sure you're following. Roberts, Chiefs might not even make the playoffs again. My guy. Brandon, move Carolina to contenders. They have questions like all those teams, but they've upgraded so much. They absolutely have, bringing in Devin Lloyd and Jalen Phillips, and then Brazel in the draft, Lee Hunter. You're right, Brandon. It's something I've looked at. I just can't quite get over Bryce Young and being inconsistent. Brandon, I don't know if you're following. If you haven't done so, please make sure to do so, brother. It'd be fun to have you in here, fellow Californian. On in the chat, username Stop Sleeping on the Falcons. Is it sleeping on the Falcons? To have them in that category right now, are we that hot? Daniel, thank you for the I heart me. To have them in that category, like, are you that high on Tua? You'd throw $100 on him right now that they're just going to be in the playoff hunt. Would you get him to 100 likes before the stream? That would be fire. What are we at? 30? I don't know if we're going to make it. I'm a positive guy, but we've only got about, 45 minutes to get there. Brandon, thank you for following. Berkstein Island, thank you for following as well. Not NFL, but Spurs in 7. It looks like that's Russian. I want to say that's the language that is for your username. Kochu Blin? First, is your last name Blin Chicky? You got part of my last name as well, Blin. Wait, are you Russian? Because I'm part Russian, and you can see the first part of my last name is Blin. Like a couple of generations family. Is part of your last name Blin? Are you still in here? That's actually kind of wild. Because that's where my last name actually originates, of Blinder. Drew, I don't know the language much, but Coach you? Are you still in the chat? That'd be really interesting. Yes, I am, and that's not my last name. It's just a word. Okay. All good. So that's funny. So I was curious though, because that is my last name, and my last name of Blinder does originate from Russia. It used to be something a lot longer, but they shortened it once they came to America. Blitz, the Cowboys are contenders because of their new defense. If we stay healthy and keep consistent on the offense and defense, we should be good. From Braves 18. You're exactly right. I mean, Dak has the tools. He has what it takes. And with Caleb Downs there now, I have never been more confident in the Cowboys to have an eraser, a player that can mitigate the concerns that they have. But my man, Coach you, Blin Chicky, make sure that you're following. Great to have you in here. This is fun. I'm gonna always remember that name. Saints have major dark horse potential. They do. I agree. I don't even think they're a full-on dark horse. Like, they're a team that's a dark horse to win multiple games in the playoffs. But in that division, they could go make it happen. Shoot, thought we were at 80. My bad, your logo. Yeah, I got you. Yeah. It's all good. We'll get to 100. I don't think I've had a live with 100. We had like 93 yesterday on that one stream. But my guy Cooper, make sure you're following. My man Kochu, Giselle Wexler. I think it's Russian for friend. Blin? Or wait, what's Russian for friend? I'm sorry if I missed that, Giselle. Not even a season has gone by without him. I miss Romeo Dobbs. I gotcha. As Neighbors alive though? He is, isn't he? I believe Neighbors is. I'd put the Chargers down one, also given as Herbert tends to throw 6 each playoff game he is in. I know. With Alton Slater, we trust as Chargers analyzers of success. I don't know exactly how to put that sentence. As someone that's predicting Chargers success, I am giving my energy towards Alton Slater providing an offensive wall to allow them to run the football and him to play at a high level throughout the year to get them in position to play good in the playoffs. Kai, not glad the Raiders not going anywhere until they get no line. It's true. They got Linderbaum, but that's what might be fascinating, is that could be the shocker of next year's draft in 2027. Cam Coleman's on the board at number 7, and Jordan Seaton goes. Panthers fan, what's up? They go tackle over wide receiver, which we might see them do. And people are like, Cam Coleman was right there. We need an outside target. And you see the Tom Brady influences, like, guys, it doesn't matter who we have. Did you watch the Ohio State versus Miami game? They got a 4th overall pick and the best wide receiver in 20 years, and they still lost because they couldn't protect Julian Sane in that game. So that's why you go offensive line. Adrian, make sure that you're following my guy. Booski, Pat's playoff luck. Yeah, we've got them there, especially, I mean, if they add A.J. Brown. But they were in the Super Bowl a year ago. And you might be like, the teams that lose the Super Bowl, don't they have a fall off a lot? It it's only happened 17 of the 60 times. So statistically, it's actually not, doesn't happen all the more often here. The Niners are going to be watching the Cowboys game from the. I'm hoping that there's a bit more health there in San Francisco. I just want to see what they can be if they're healthy. Arkansas Easter back. Okay. Love the Broncos at 3 from Michael. That's exactly right. Sertan Glazer. I think Sertan Glazer that even after today, there's a possibility that they might still be there. It could be possible. I've heard not a ton of to the contrary feedback as of so far. I'm not telling you it's guaranteed, but it could be in the works. I think Dax needs to leave, but that's Dax should get out of town. Comment. Do you think Panthers can be contenders on your list? Yeah, absolutely. They're right there. They're close. But honestly, I might try him out in that category. I might play around with it just a little bit. I might throw him up there. I may. Just to see how it goes. Look, who am I to say, no, I'm not going to do that? Like, we've got an entire offseason here to find what the rankings can be and how they look as the season gets started. They need to be contenders. I'm thinking that they should be in that category. That's where I'm leaning. Just so much positivity headed towards this year and what they did with the draft. I mean, I'm fired up for it. Our new defense will be able to get more defensive stops than last year, and our offense is the same. We will be contenders. Yep. I think the offense needs to be a little better to be contenders, right? Run the football. Okay, if you don't, it's okay and kind of reasonable as not having him right now. Wiccan, what's up, my man? What do you see Seahawks running game will be like with Charbonnet out a while and drafting a rookie? I don't think they're going to lose that much of a beat. They're not going to be as explosive with Walker, right, catching the ball out of the backfield like he is. I'm not saying Price can't do it. I just haven't seen him do it a lot. All those responsibilities went to Jeremiah Love. I think that Price, though, can still rush for more yards than Love next year. From Kai, yeah, Lions are contenders. That's what we've got so far. How are Bengals maybe playoffs? Do a little research. Zach Taylor. Look, Zach, are you also an Ohio State fan? You're coming in hot, but we actually might be very good friends if you are a Buckeye fan as well as Zach Taylor. So I got to ask you that first before I got to go into a defensive fighting position if you are not a Buckeye fan as well as being a Bengals fan. Let me know, Zach. Yes, Dak does need to leave. He's waiting his time. And potential being there needs to see his options. Judo chop. It's funny. You know, like those boxing bags that they have at the bars? I remember I got like asked to do that one time. And I just, for my tennis background, I'm just a lot better. Like this motion, like just here, like slap. And so I slapped it instead of punching it. Because I'm just better at slapping things instead of punching things, to be honest. Why did you have to call it out, Pro Steelers? Hey, off topic. Off topic. Are you still here? I thought you dipped out. I heard if you post a video doing a backflip, he will move your team. Off topic. What in the heck? I thought you were gone for the evening. You're still here? With it, and you just come in with the call out. That's absolutely crazy. That's wild right there. Alex McQuee, thank you so much for the follow. So you've been here the whole time, just lurking in the shadows. Nothing at all wrong with that. Thank you for watching and still being here. I can do a backflip from Steelers Sertan Glazer is can we move can we get a move up? Steelers, I'm gonna be real with you. Sertan Glazer's pulling your arm a little bit. It's a bribery situation. Some say there are countries that utilize said behavior, but it would take it would take a bribery to make the move up there. But it would be significant, and and to make it happen. But off topic, my Warriors need to get Steph some help. Jimmy's good, but we need more. They absolutely do. Big bribe. It's true. If people come in and they see the Steelers as contenders, like they so I was talking about this earlier, and some people thought it was a joke, but legitimately though, because there are a lot of people filtering through here, some of them wind up like subscribing and staying by. And people look at the list and then they decide, are we going to stay and potentially see what this guy has to say? If we have something absurd on there, that's a quick swipe. And potentially we don't have them as a subscriber that comes to watch. Thank you. I appreciate that, Steelers. Michael Morgan, what's up? Given the feedback. But that's legitimately why we do have that system currently in place to do that now. Like if we have like the Raiders as a Super Bowl contender, we have the Raiders as a Super Bowl contender. I just think it discredits what we're doing. If the Niners are lower, I discredit it. Yeah, I know. It's exactly how it's been. That's exactly right. To your point. Raiders in playoff from Z-Rad. Not in playoff, they're in playoffs. Playoffs? They can't even win a game. That's the category that they are in. What do you think about Walker to the Chiefs? USC, you know that we are high on that. I think it is the first 1,000-yard rusher since Kareem. No, it's all good. I've gotten a lot of good feedback about the Steelers being lost in the wild card round today so far. Like, to be honest, there's been a lot of individuals that have liked that move so far. I look tough with glasses. Thank you, Panthers fan. I appreciate it. Nico, Raiders in the last wild card as 49ers fan. Interesting. You could see it. We could wind up seeing that potentially. 6.6 Nico. What is it? Make sure you're following my guy. Good to go. Thank you for watching the show. Make sure that you're following us on my top 6 Blitz: AFC Chiefs, Bills, Chargers, Seahawks, Rams, and Niners. Your top 3 in the NFC are all in the West. I mean, you might not be wrong. 6.6 Nico. Thank you so much for following. I appreciate you. I think Ravens are going to sell still, even with a new coach. Yeah, they have not played well in big games, and a lot of that has been honestly on Lamar's back for disappointment and them not showing up in important moments. One catch away from the big game again, or a drop 2-point conversion. Ravens are the weirdest team to rank. I swear they can go anywhere. Yeah, I see you. I agree. It was very tough for me to place them. We did not have them in contenders, if you guys remember. We had them below in the playoffs category. The amount of hate I received was diabolical. So we made sure to move them up a little bit for the time, and honestly, he's done a bit better. From E777, Eddie, they absolutely are. Eddie, are you in Los Angeles? If you are, you probably are very familiar with the South Bay. That is where I was born and raised, and where I currently am. Great to have you in here, E77 Eddie. I've got Puka Nacua over JSN in my rankings. I think he can make the leap to be the second best receiver in football last year. Puka Nacua, if folks aren't aware, had a 130 EPA last year. That's expected points added. That was 30% higher than anybody else in the league. He was number 1 in yards per route run at 3.8, right? He was also number 1 in the NFL in yards after the catch with 729 yards last year. This kid is damn good. Puka Nacua is unbelievable, Eddie. You are rooting for a good team, my guy. Make sure you're following Eddie. I appreciate you getting me fired up talking about Puka. I just jumped off my bed and I hit my head on my fan. No one was hard. Panthers fan, don't be jumping and blitzing at the same time. You can't be doing that. Jeffrey's like, huh? Don't jump and blitz. Bucks should definitely be lost in a wild card minimum. They fixed most of their defensive issues. They have their single deepest receiver room in the NFL, and Mayfield will have recovered from his throwing arm injury. Is that Christian? I like what you're putting down there. Eddie, thank you for following, my guy. Wasn't Puka in rehab this offseason? I feel like that'll affect him a bit. It will affect him, let's be honest. Whether it's going to be positive, do nothing besides just clear his head, I don't know. I can't tell you. I haven't been with Puka the last couple of weeks and know what his mental state is. Maybe they get A.J. Brown, pressure off. It's possible. Is Puka better than JSN, SGA fan? Are you really an SGA fan? Those are a dime. Wait, those are a dime a dozen? I actually have never researched the phrase dime. Does dime a dozen mean that there's a lot? I think it means there's a lot instead of it means there's that. Not that. Dime a dozen. Hold on a second, SGA fan. Yes, I'd go Puka over JSN. Something is so common, abundant, or easy to find that holds very little value. Okay, so it's not a dime a dozen right now. SGA fans are not a dime a dozen, so it's the opposite. I'm going to look at what is the reverse of a dime a dozen. Rare, valuable, 1 in a million, rare as hen's teeth, needle in a haystack, diamond in the rough, one of a kind. There you go. Back pound question. How did you get to be a Chicago? So my mom's from Southside Chicago, Calumet City. And her brother, my uncle, her younger brother, Eddie, he, when I was a little kid, like 3-4 years old, he had season tickets to the Bears, and he would send me tickets of every game he went to. He would send me jerseys like Brian Urlacher back when I was younger, signed stuff from like Mike Ditka, like Devin Hester and this stuff. So he just basically mandated that I become a Bear fan, and my mom was a Bears fan too. So it was very simple. I just grew up watching the Bears out here. And the Rams were not in town, and my dad is a Rams fan, but there wasn't a team in LA, right, in the 2000s. I was born in 2001, and wasn't a team here for him to like thrust on me, and so I just was a Bears fan, and they were in the Super Bowl. Devin Hester takes that return for a touchdown against the Colts, and there's teams like the Bears. It's not like the Cowboys or the Chiefs. There are some bandwagons of like maybe you could say the Seahawks. There's a lot of 49ers in some instances, a lot of the Rams as well, but you're not really a bandwagon Chicago Bears fan. It's not a team to be a bandwagon of. I wouldn't recommend it, at least not for my lifetime with what's happened so far. But that's why I'm fired up about Caleb, and in the future, it looks like it's very bright. Do we just think Justin Jefferson needs to leave Minnesota? We had that question, I think, from Sertan Glazer, right? About Jefferson potentially getting out of town for what was it, a first, a third, Stidham and Troy Franklin. I played hockey today, and everyone jumped me. No one was harmed as well. That's good to see. Bang, bang, Niner gang. That's exactly right. One of my best guys, friends from college, Spencer Corona, he's a diehard Niner fan. He plays overseas now. He plays for, I think, the Montabaur Fighting Farmers, I want to say, in Germany. He's a wide receiver. Marcus Avila. The Seattle Seahawks, in my opinion, that's based off of what the expectation is of their fan base. That's what they feel they should be this year. And why, to answer your question specifically, I'm looking right at you right now, Marcus. They are the only team in the last 2 years to be bottom 10 in takeaways or turnovers to make the playoffs. And so you're like, oh, okay, what does that mean? It means that Sam Darnold turned the football way too much last year. The only team out of 20 to have gotten to the postseason, they won the Super Bowl. So that's why it felt like, wait, why are Seattle? Why does it feel so weird this team is lifting the Lombardi? That's why. You just don't see a team that's not great in the turnover, the takeaway category have that kind of success. It's very rare to happen. And so I have them in that category because Sam Darnold can improve. He can have the monkey off his back, so to say, and have an opportunity to play loose, play confident, and that's why I have them there. Even though they lost Tariq Woolen, even though that they lost, or everything goes by Tariq Woolen, even though they lost Charbonnet, even though they lost Boye Mape. Gray Nielsen, I agree with you. I'm with you, to be honest. Make sure you're following Gray. Marcus Avila, make sure that you are following. Where you think we know Mike Evans is on the 49ers. Stay woke. You're exactly right. Stay woke. That's what we have currently with them. Make sure you're following Stay Woke. Tick D Rock. You have 3 teams in the NFC West in your top 8. I do. These teams are very talented. They're balanced. The only team of that unit right now. Go Broncos from Tiny Wonder. You and Pat Surtain Glazer are going to be best of friends. He is a moderator in here. Craig Bilo? Is it Bilo? Thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Stay woke. Thank you for the follow. Gray Nielsen, thank you for the follow. Thank you, both of you guys. Seahawks play caller is gone. They got Niners tight end coach calling plays at first. Another Broncos fan. We got like 4 now. It's true. There's more Broncos fans in here than Bears fans. Super Bowl or bust means that their fans would be disappointed if they Michael, bear down, baby. Or unless that's a Broncos, that's a Broncos blue. I think, right? That's a brighter, lighter blue than the Bears navy. Super Bowl or bust is their fans, right? Their fans would be disappointed without a Super Bowl. Their staff is expecting to run it back, and Seattle is of that opinion right now. I fully am in the weeds believing that Seattle fans believe they're the champs, and anything but running it back this year would be a disappointment. Let's see, guys. Guys, we're at 4,309 followers right now. We are trying to get to 4,325. If you haven't followed on TikTok, please make sure to do so. That is the goal for this stream right now. Jimmy Bob, thank you for the follow. Steelers 38. Wow, what's going on? I understand what you mean. Even though if we didn't win it, it wouldn't be in a situation where we can't win again. Repeat. There you go. No, I'm with you. Absolutely random. Look, by standards, do they have to be Super Bowl or bust? Like the coach is going to get fired? Not at all. McDonald's got at least, I'd say, 3 years a leash to him. And I love everything about the guy, right? Realistically, though, this is their window. JSN's getting paid, so it's tougher. You can't hold on to Mafe. Devin Witherspoon paid, right? So you're going to have to start paying these guys. So the window kind of is like the next 2 years for them to win it again, But absolutely random. Make sure that you are following. Yeah, all right, buddy. On what about D? Ravens can't even beat the Bengals. You should do a post like 30 minutes before you stream so I won't be late, or just put the plans you time. Yeah, I got to utilize that Surtain Glazer. Like, I got to be honest, the technical stuff and running everything and having everything production-wise, like, I'm still learning it all, trying to improve and get everything rolling. So thank you so much for the support and all that understanding of this. And we're just going to try and get better every day at it. A post or a community page. There's so many different ways, obviously, to keep the fans and my community here, everyone engaged and excited and happy and up to date. So we're going to try and get better. Slowly but surely, we'll get more professional at doing this. This chart looks, when the Canadians, Eric Desjardins, already down 10. Not Panthers weren't gonna do anything on the Broncos. Nope, fly zone. Tick D Rock, I appreciate you. Make sure that you're following. Thank you for the love, Tick D Rock. That's awesome. And Marcus Avila, as a Seahawks fan, I wouldn't agree on Super Bowl or bust just because we lost a lot of starters. I got you. They did. And Marcus Avila, my guy, make sure you are following. I do agree this is our window to win. It's true. And I just want to see them take advantage of it right now. Thank you for following, Marcus. What do we got, Panthers fan? L-I? What's going on, Panthers fan? Off topic. What are we Oh man. That is hilarious. Man. This is the type of moment where I'm almost glad that I don't have 500,000 subscribers. That one of my moderators is throwing that in the chat. It would be interesting. It'd be an interesting story if we had one of my moderators doing that. If we were 100 times larger and fully reputable and credible. But for right now, I thought it was funny. You got a good laugh out of me off topic. I don't even. What a Panthers fan. Li. What were you even putting in there, Panthers fan? My friend is over and he's controlling my screen. Had to go to the bathroom real quick. It's an interesting thing to put down in the chat. All good though, Panthers fan. We're good. I'm a big Jalen Milroe believer. Talk about go Jalen, go Jalen, go Jalen. That was the that's the type of advertising that's gonna get us 500 grand. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not. No, the sandwich with the Go Broncos in the chat. You'd love our YouTube chat right now. The sandwich. It's Blitz with Blender, guys. If you like long form content, or you like YouTube, we got some Broncos fans in the chat. If you want to check that out, sandwich. But sandwich, make sure you're following. We've got a lot of respect for what they're building right now. Surtain, best corner in football. Benito's been unbelievable getting to the quarterback. I asked him, and it meant Bucks game threw them off low key because of refs. Okay, I got you, Ben. I got you. Commanders are Super Bowl favorites. Let's be honest, from Rafael Cordoza. It's funny. We had a bribe offer earlier, to get the Commanders in the Super Bowl favorites. It was $20. It didn't get executed. Otherwise, they would be in that category right now, Rafael. It's funny that you say that. The Broncos are going 18-0 after winning the bye week. 200 points. We're excited about it. 25 from Rafael. Look, Rafael, if you go to YouTube right now, Blitz with Blender, and you go make a little manufactured change to this list by your own doing, we will have a new update to this rankings. We will switch it for you, Rafael. It's that simple. 25, we would do it. We would make the switch, Rafael. We can be bought at times. This is a buyable list as of right now. But it would be that amount. So if you want to check out the YouTube, Rafael, currently at 56 people on in here, loving it. I missed a couple streams, but tomorrow I'll make sure to join all of them. Thank you so much. Chokes on you, Broncos fans. SGA fan, that was good. We can tell because the Broncos there. It's exactly right, Rafael. The Broncos being there was also one. I did a backflip. Can we move up? I'm kidding. Back on in here. But my man Rafael, make sure that you're following. We can have some fun. Just talking ball. That's what we've been doing for the last 2 hours, 2.5 hours, folks. I think we've only got about a half hour or so. The goal as of right now is to end the stream once we get to 4325 on TikTok. Once we hit that number. So if you haven't followed on TikTok, folks, hit that follow button. We're at 4312. And on YouTube, guys, if you're a big football fan, if you love this sport, you like community, you're looking for a community in this space, maybe you got one. Maybe you're part of Grossi Posse. You like Josh Pate, the Joel Klatt Show, Kirk Herbstreit. There's so many great creators. I love engaging with all of you guys, so I appreciate y'all. If you haven't subscribed, please make sure to do so. What do we got, Zay? Prediction? Cowboys prediction, I've got going 10-7. Yeah, we'll be on here in the morning, Panthers fan. We got you. We will be on here. Raphael, unfortunately, no, I don't think my girlfriend, Kelly, would approve of that, to be honest with you. But like I said, 20 we would do. 20 we would do as of right now, or 20.01 to make it happen, as obviously it is in Blitz. Go look at Steelers channel. That's right, man. Wait, Steelers, go to my Instagram, Blitz with Blender, and send me the video there if you actually did make a video. Mushroom Burger 69, Dallas that low. Mushroom Burger, you're coming in hot. It's all good. You don't know me. I don't think right. Look, hold on a second here. Caleb Downs is, in my opinion, going to be the best safety in football in 3 years. Caleb Downs is going to transform this Cowboys defense into a top 8 unit within the next 2 years. But I'm not of the opinion right now, without seeing them play football games, that they're just immediately going to be contenders. They were the bottom defense in the league last year, right? They were a top 5 offense. We know what they are with Layman Pickens. Question mark is, though, what is Dak going to be? Is he going to show consistency throughout the season? So Mushroom Burger, you're coming in the chat hot, which I got no problem with. I love disagreement. I like having to think my ideas through and defend them. Is their run game going to be as good? Remember, the Cowboys ran the heck out of the football well last year. But thank you for that take. Look, I think the Cowboys have a top 4 ceiling in the league next year. Like a higher ceiling even than my Chicago Bears. I think that their ceiling, they're better than the Bears. Better than teams like Buffalo, New England. Maybe not quite Houston, and they could be in that Denver and LA category if they play that defense as well. Don't let Cowboys from a bottom tier. I mean, I was talking about that, right? I mean, we want to talk top to a possible top 13. I think they're going to be. I have them going as of right now 9-8 next year, but I can't say immediately like Super Bowl contender without having seen them play a game yet. Steelers, I'm proud of you, even if it doesn't get you moved up. Blakers, Cardinals are contenders. Chargers, Andrew, are they too low for you? Andrew, are they still too low? Are they still currently too low on this list? But Mushroom Burger, make sure that you're following my guy. Blakers, make sure that you're following. Buddha, Colts. What about the Colts? Are we saying exactly? What's the thought? There's their Blakers, Mushroom Burger. Thank you guys for following. There's no team. I'm gonna rephrase that because I'm fascinated by the Texas Longhorns next year with Cam Coleman and Arch and Colin Simmons. But the Dallas Cowboys, man, I cannot wait to watch them on Sunday night versus the Giants. Caleb Downs on one side, Arvell Reese on the other, Malachi Lawrence, Jay Sean Barham. Boy, you don't know having the Bears as a contender. King Eric, my man, what's up? Did you just hop in the stream, King Eric? Did you just hop in a little late? We're wrapping up. This is the last 30 minutes of the stream, but good to have you in here, isn't it? Well, I actually don't know. Are you in the central part of the? You were here in the morning, King Eric? I'm sorry, my man. I apologize. I've been streaming for over 6 hours, so if you can forgive me, it's not an excuse. Fudge, man, I don't make excuses. That's just on me, King Eric. Whether or not how long I've been streaming, and if I can even see without shiz being fuzzy and needing this table in front of me to keep my balance. Can you please move the Bears in the Super Bowl category, King Eric? You just did what? Ashtonza? I don't know exactly. From a Packers fan, Caleb Williams is a top 5 quarterback. So you would have Caleb over which of these quarterbacks? Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, Stafford, or Jackson? Which of those 5 would you have Caleb over? I'm just curious. Even if you're an Eagles fan. King Eric, even as a diehard Bears fan, I can't put them in that category unless there was a little, as they do in areas that might be south of the United States in certain spots. You know what I mean? Even though they're my favorite squad, there would need to be a bribe to make that happen. And I know, can give me 5 quarterbacks, I'll compare them to Bryce Young. We've done it with a couple of these teams, not egregiously. Chicago would even probably help the channel. All my Bears fans that watch the show would be ecstatic. I just can't. I can't. I would feel too biased to put the Bears in that category right now. I got to retain some semblance of what we're doing. Let's go. You put Niners in playoff locks. Man, don't know what you're talking about. Caleb can go get 8 Super Bowls. I'm not doubting our guy Caleb. I'm the last person on the planet, as you know, my man. Shamar Turner, are you kidding me? Coming back, the second rounder. This kid at Texas A&M, folks. Even when there was Cassius Howell, even there was Shamar Stewart, there was Taurian York, there was Will Lee, all of these drafted NFL players. Shamar Turner was the most explosive guy on that defense in 2023. And then Dayo Odengbo, who's got that length, but he has that injury. They signed him to that big deal, 3 years, and now they say he's motivated, or if he's not, he's going to be out of town in a year. And then you look massive standing with your family. You're still short, Ashadonza? What is that? What is that? What is that? Did you look at my Instagram or my Facebook, Ashadonza? Did you? That was a funny call out. I was in the middle of a Bears rant right there. Romeo Odunze. Yo, you did look at my Ashadonza. Do you go by a different name on Facebook or on Instagram? Or I'm sorry if I don't know. All y'all in the chat better bow down to the Iceman, Caleb Williams. That's exactly right. That's our guy. Caleb may be better than Joe Burrow this season. Well, he certainly will be if Joe's not on the field. Let's see what we got. All right, we have 13% left on the pad, 20% left on the iPhone. We are running low on juice. Move the Cowboys up, Big Zay. Move the Cowboys up. Don't be spamming, Big Zay. Otherwise, we're going to have to mute you. Please do not spam. Give the Cowboys their own tier. Every need to love Bo Nix more. Yeah, there is an element to Bo Nix's game that I just don't see why people don't see that this guy is very impressive. He is experienced. Dude said Bo Nix. Luke the Duke 667. What's going on? Odunze is the one thing that remains to be seen, but Luther Burden is already there. It's hilarious. It is actually really funny. King Eric. Let's make friends with our folks in here. The OGs have been chill. King Eric, make sure. I know maybe you don't want to. You want to abide by your own thing, but we got good, solid people in this chat. Let's try and live together in this Blitz with Blender ecosystem. And I know we're fired up about the Bears and with Caleb, but we can still respect Bryce. We can still respect. Bryce has to show consistency. And remember, without Bryce Young, the Bears don't have Caleb. So we still, at the very least, got to give respect to him. Don't be talking Bowdy dog, no, like that. About who? Don't be talking who like that? Exactly. Wait, actually, they need to respect the Bears. They do. If you look at Sertan Glazer, I think Panthers fan too also does respect the Bears. I don't think it is gonna be. Mike McDaniel is gonna be awesome for Andrew. Jeffrey Dixon. Filter King, though, that's uncalled for. Filter King, what are we doing? What are we? What are you doing here? You just come in. I'm going on this long rant about this family-like ecosystem. We all come together, and you just throw a wrench in all that in my face. The glasses are off. The rest of the stream. The glasses are off. I don't like them. I'm an all-time. I like back. There you go. We kind of respects it. I meant Bo, not no. How do you figure Filter King? Exactly right. Lions win the division. That's exactly right. User 65175643228. I do have them winning the division. Make sure that you're following my guy. Guys, on TikTok, we are 9 away from the goal. Please, if you haven't done so, make sure that you are following. We've been here for over 6 hours today live. We are trying to finish out the night strong. Just 9 follows away from our goal of getting to 4325, and then we will be hopping off, going to bed, and then running this back in the morning. Colts contenders, JT MVP candidate. Do you think teams like the Cardinals and Dolphins? Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you, my man. We are only 8 away from the goal now. Your list, super bricked friend. Let's talk about it. I'm always fine to talk about it. If you see the amount of BS that gets thrown my way with my takes, and you got to interact for 6 hours with tens of thousands of people in a lot of instances on a live, you're going to start developing thicker skin pretty quickly. Remember to move the Panthers up to contenders if you want to. I'll think about it. We might make a decision. We might do something. Maybe we will. Haven't been as many talks about. We have so many contenders in that category. What kind of name is your who knows? Well, there could be an explanation. William Ice, Saints are better than the Panthers. Interesting. So we're high on them. Jordan Tyson, best receiver in the draft, comes to town. Kelvin Banks are set on the old line. The only question is going to be about Demario Davis and Cam Jordan, your two culture players out of here. Hope you make Wheaties for dinner. Oh. Robert Landon, Broncos at Super Bowl or bust. That's right, Robert. Let me know what you think. Hit me with it, Robert. I can take it. What do you want to change about this list? We'll have a conversation. I think that the Ravens are in a fascinating crossroads. After losing Harbaugh, who's been the identity, run the football, play good defense for so long, right? Top 3 in rushing yards a season each of the last 8 years. And Derrick Henry, 3,700 more rushing yards, 30-plus touchdowns, more than any running back over the last 8 seasons, right? What are they defensively? Right? Is Mike Green take a step in year 2? Is Zion Young the guy that you drafted out of Missouri? I've got questions. It's a tougher division. The Browns are better. The Bengals could have a healthy Burrow. But I still think Baltimore will be a playoff team, and they are a contender with a healthy Lamar. Make sure you're following Robert Landon. Make sure you are following. They did. They got Jacoby Lane and Elijah Surratt. Vikings Super Bowl or bust. Jettis could get traded. Cam not leaving. Cam, you're saying Cam's going to re-sign William? I have not heard that news. I thought they released Cam. Didn't they? William Ice, am I wrong? Potentially bringing him back, possibly. We got make sure you're following. We got Robert Landon, tougher schedule. Bo can't out fourth quarter. Yeah, that is a very tough division. No, you're making good points on that. They've led the league in sacks the last 2 years. I'm a Packer fan. I think they are higher than the Lions. They absolutely could be. Wouldn't take a whole lot from them. They just need their guys healthy is all they'll need. King Eric. King Eric got King. What it was King Eric spamming? What happened? Sir Tanglazer, what happened? Remember, King Eric is a Bears fan, Sir Tanglazer. Was he spamming? What happened there? What happened there? Caleb is talented, but his play calling is elite. Packers above the Lions. Okay. I'm a Jets fan. I think they're lower than the Dolphins. I got you. Bobo. Been a Packers. What's that on my worst enemy? Caleb is talented. Howell was great. Good. Sir Tanglazer making a judgment call. Take it even on our Bears fan, our guy Eric. I couldn't even be a Packers fan. I'm a Jets fan. I think they're lower than the Dolphins. Bo. I appreciate your honesty on this subject. I know it's tough speaking on it, but hey, there's hope. In the 2027 NFL draft, if they don't have a good season, they could be actually really good if they add 3 good players in that draft. Make sure you're following Bo. Kiki, I am a diehard Bears fan and Ohio State Buckeyes. The Raiders, right now, to be honest, Finn, there was a little bit of a bribe situation there of why we had the Raiders up higher. We had a sub to membership and a super chat. So that's why from YouTube we have the Raiders in that category, Finn. Otherwise, they would be in See It to Believe It. I appreciate you, Finn. And Finn, make sure you're following. Make sure you are following. Appreciate you. I'm definitely not. Thank you, Finn, for the follow. Guys, we are 7 away. I'm a diehard Bears fan. King Eric, which games are you going to next year? I know for sure I'll be at the Saints Bears game. We are 7 followers away from our goal here on TikTok, folks. Move down like a reason. There really haven't been that many reasons on the Broncos. It's been Bo. Sir Tanglazer, it's only been Bo of why they haven't. What would be your advice for the Dolphins and flanked? I like the name. My advice for the Dolphins is find a way to lose as many games as you can to get the first pick in the draft and take Jeremiah Smith. And you know what's funny about it and flanked is it is the easiest possible thing that you can do. Just be bad. And Jeremiah Smith is from Miami Gardens, and your stadium is right there. And he would love to be a Dolphin. Grew up in that area. And that's my advice. It's that simple. Just suck and bring in the best college football player in 20 years. That's simple. And now we see what we have in Malik Willis. If he's not the guy, all right, we go get a quarterback with Jeremiah Smith. Like, it's pretty simple to me for him. I'm going to week 3 game. Right now, I'm not sure. I'm thinking about Lambeau week 5 right now. As it currently stands. And flanked, make sure you are following. Thank you for that question. Quentin Johnson going to route up Surtain, then be crap every other 15 games. That is, it could be possible. Only 6 followers away, folks, here on TikTok. Thank you so much for all the love throughout the stream. We have 12 more minutes, guys. Only 12 more minutes of the stream. It's 11 o'clock Pacific time. We have been, live for over 6 hours today. It happened last season, man. Absolutely wild. Oh, I gotta make sure to stretch. Holy cow. Just stretching real quick for a second, folks. I apologize. Everyone, like and subscribe to the donation button. Read this backwards, right to left. What? I saw you going live at lunch noon. Yep. We did. And we have been grinding. That's what we've been running every single day, Ashur Danza. We've been 6 hours a day, The goal is to get to 10,000 on YouTube and 10,000 on TikTok before the college football and NFL season start in 3 months. So that is why we are grinding. I know the content, the premise could be repetitive, for which I apologize. The conversations could be the same. Thank you for the follow, Go Birds, DHHH. We are only 5 away from our goal, folks. So close to closing in there. Won't be more. All good, Tan Glazer. It's all good. I understand it. Josh, we should have a mod only chat for sex so we can take a second. Pay about. Yeah, that's a good idea, honestly. So if everybody gets in, I don't even know how to have a. Is there a way to have a mods only chat? I don't even know. Can you have a mods only chat? Is that a feature on YouTube? Like it doesn't list a. Look, off topic, Sertan Glazer. There is a way to do it. I was gonna say off topic and Sertan Glazer. If you guys go to TikTok or you go to Instagram and go there and DM me, we could get a group started together, or we can or Sertan Glazer and off topic. Are you guys on my Instagram for Blitz of Blender or with my my TikTok on the same? Oh, you don't got that's all good. But we could do the Discord. We could chat in Discord. There. We can make it off topic is Sertan Glazer. If you guys aren't in the Discord, it's right there in the description. You can join the Discord and then we can message, obviously. Because YouTube doesn't really have, I know there's the community platform. We can do it through there. Do the community messaging or whatever you call it. I still gotta learn more, folks. Let's see. I will have to stream or try to at least. Yep. Read this, Panthers fan. GNUUOY. What is that? What does that even mean? Bears versus Jets, Andy. I don't specifically know what you're talking about there. Are you a Bears fan? Are you a Jets fan? What are the allegiances there? I am curious. Oh, left to right. I was gonna say it earlier when all of us was in here. I didn't know they was gonna leave that early. Yeah, it's all good. But yeah, only 8 minutes left, so we'll just do it in the community. Just look for or make sure to join the Discord first. My YouTube description, off topic, it's Sertan Glazer, and then we could also chat in the community service. Yeah, yep, we can absolutely do it. I try to trick you into saying I like Bryce Young. I'll say I like Bryce Young. I'm very thankful for Bryce Young because he got the Bears' Caleb Williams and a bunch of other talented weapons. From Sauce Man, I think the Lions window has closed, not going to lie, but not mad at your list. Appreciate you, Sauce Man. If you enjoy football content, we've been live for 6 hours today, so we're wrapping it up. My goal is to get to 4,325. If you want to follow Sauce Man, I'd appreciate it. I have been very adamant about Detroit with their schedule, is why I have them there right now. But yeah, appreciate it, my man. Thank you. It's in the description of this live right now. If you go to the live description, it should be I think it should be in there. Or one of my previous lives, my previous videos, it should be in that description. As a Steelers fan, that is absolutely correct, but still hurts, I know. And this might sound weird, but I'm a Bears fan, and I've always really liked the Steelers my whole life. That blue-collar nature, tough, hard-nosed football, iconic brands. So I'm with you there, Braden. It didn't feel good to do it. But Braden, like I said to Saucy, my goal is to get to 43:25 and hop off and go to bed. We've been live for 6 hours. So if you want to follow, I would appreciate the support so we can thank you, Braden. I appreciate it. We are 3 away? We are 3 away from ending and going to sleep. A Bears fan, oh man, I'm a Eagles fan. Y'all's comeback last year hurt. Yeah, you guys still have the double doink over our heads. In that Monday night game in like 2017, Wentz versus the Bears, um, that was just. I think it was 2016, like week 2, Monday night, Bears Eagles, and the Eagles just whooped the Bears. If you remember that one. Do you think the Steelers will go 9-8, 10-7? Yeah, in that range. I gotta go wrestling factor practice. Thank you so much for staying the whole time. No, Panthers fan, we're hopping off. We need to get just 3 more followers on TikTok, and then we're gonna hop off right now. So thank you so much for watching this. What is the 2 teams you have going to the Super Bowl, Gordino? I've got the Rams and the Texans, Gordino, and GEI. You guys, JEI, both asked the same question. So I got Rams, Texans, very high on defensive play. Rams got McDuffie. The Texans got added Caden McDonald. Rutledge, I think the trenches got better. But Gordino, JEI, we're 3 followers away from our goal. If you could please follow. Like I said, we've been streaming for 6 hours. We're trying to get to sleep here. Thank you, JEI. We are just 2 away. We're so close. I can imagine what a nice night of sleep would look like, but we will be up in the morning streaming. What time are we going to stream tomorrow? I think I'm gonna roll like 6:30 a.m. Probably do like a 5-hour straight session. I think I'm gonna try and do tomorrow. Jets over Dolphins. We do currently have the Broncos wide receiver 1. I think is gonna be Waddle, and he's gonna complement Sutton so well, especially underneath. I think it's a 1A 1B situation, like a lot of us really do believe. But I know what you're saying. I know it's my 3rd time saying this, but please remember to move up the Panthers. Uh, let's see what we can do here. We will give it a thought. We absolutely will give it a thought. I would not put Bills to Super Bowl or bust. They are running out of time. Not waste Josh Allen's potential. It's true. I would go Waddle, though, number 1. You have the Bengals on the same tier as the Vikings and the Raiders. I do currently. I do, but they're a lot higher up, as you can tell, with the rating as of right now, with where they currently are. But my guy Drew Spams, make sure you're following if you can. Noah knows a latte. We're 2 followers from our goal. We've been streaming 6 hours. Drew Spams, thank you. Trying to get to 43:25 so we can get to sleep. It has been a 6-hour day of streaming, like every day is. We got on here later, so once we hit that number, we are gonna go off and end the stream and go to bed. See ya, Panthers fan. Appreciate you for hopping in. Do you think the Vikings will win the Super Bowl from Dewey? That's a good one. Not this year. Off topic. Off topic. I expect nothing less. Good luck to that defense figuring that out. Absolutely. Yep. Did Broncos take a step back on defense? Look, they've led the league in sacks the last 2 years. There could be a tiny bit of a regression there. Right. Is it crazy to say the Chargers could win the Super? JP, I've got the Chargers going to the AFC title game. I got Herbert going to win MVP, McDaniel Coach of the Year. I think Hampton is going to be unbelievable next year. I had him rated as high as Genty. I love the Chargers next year. I think Mesidor replaces our guy Owe very quickly there. I really like what they did. I did like what they do in the draft. One love ZY4. I really like Blake Miller. He's a plug-and-play starter. JP, make sure that you're following my man. We are 1 follower away from hitting my goal for the evening. If you could follow, I'd really appreciate it. And we will get to bed and end the stream. But I've got the Lions very high. I got them 5 in my power rankings right now. One love VZY4. Make sure you're following my guy, One Love. Colin, thank you so much for following. I appreciate you. One Love, also thank you for following. Thank you for the support, guys. We did hit the goal. We are there. Let me answer a couple of these questions just to thank you guys. I may be biased, but I think Big Blue has a shot. I'm excited. I'm excited about what they look like. Look, Arvell Reese, arguably the best defensive player in this draft, and Carter was the best player in last year's draft. But One Love, I am fired up about him. About to blow up. Keep it up. Thank you, Aaron. I really appreciate that. We're going to keep grinding. Look, another 5-6 hours tomorrow. We're going to run it back on here. The grind does not stop. We've got a goal that we set out to do by the end of the summer before the season starts. 10K on YouTube, 10K on TikTok. So we're going to keep it rolling. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Ashadonza. One love. We're going to be on tomorrow, though, just so you know. Tomorrow morning, like 6:30 a.m., right around there. Got to get right back up and get to streaming. Josh, you know my guy, but I got you off topic. No worries. And do you think Giants could have a breakout season? They could. I more so see it in 2027. I don't know if I would put the Patriots as playoff locks. They're going to have a much more difficult regular season. More up in the air. I could see it. Copyright. I'm so sorry to hear that. That is awful. And F. Brandon, do you think this year will be Hawks versus Broncos? Like Hawks said, it really could be. Thank you guys so much on YouTube. If you haven't subbed, please make sure to do so. This has been such a fun stream. I'm gonna go to bed right now. On TikTok, if you guys haven't followed, please do that. I appreciate all the support so much. It's been so much fun. And we're going to run it back. Yeah, you just missed us, Kasha, but we will be grinding and running it back. Thank you, Asha Donza. Thank you,